when we last left off, our intrepid heroes ventured further into the map of Heartwell, and actually made it to the village, where they met some of the townsfolk, were introduced to Bellis, a human monk. What a strange thing to find in a Sav&D game. And then Szooth decided to throw a party at the tavern and roped everyone into smoking weed and drinking and having a good old time while Hashat sat on the hill nearby, completely forgotten about.
That fucking, they forgot it. They threw a party. It fucking broke my heart.
I know. Poor little moo horse. So Hashat snuck her way in, and deciding to ignore the town's ban on foreign weapons, proceeded to get the shit beat out of her. But the party managed to break that up before they could, throw her in the dungeon or something. And,
before they could JoJo curve stomp her.
Yeah. And the party decided, you know what, let's go check on all our stuff out at the tower and make sure everything's fine. You took Alicia and Bellis with you, traveled off, and found that there were some lizard folks skulking around the tower, though they hadn't stolen anything yet. You beat them up, but Cass and Alicia and Bellis all got decked at least once each. The main cast was basically untouched, however, due to having this weird thing called high armor class. Or in Szooth's case, just not being anywhere near the fight.
They had high armor class. I had the high ground.
It's true. There's literally nothing any of the lizard folk could ever do to Szooth other than just, storm the tower. So it was effectively just free damage every round.
Huh? What was that high armor class? What are you talking about?
It was 17. It's what?
Yeah, for a barbarian, that's one of the higher armor classes I've ever fucking seen.
Well, I know, but I took most damage out of everyone.
Yeah. And
As you should.
You still got missed more often than you got hit, though.
Oh, that is true.
And speaking of getting hit a bunch, Ursula got hit so many times that she unlocked the first secret of Dragon's Song, her magic mace, which gives her the ability to cast Armor of Agathis on herself as a second level spell. But the mace still has at least an secret left. So we'll see how that goes for her.
The secret was that you were a paladin the whole time.
What ho? Alright, and in fact, that's a good place for us to start, because Ursula is going to get a little something extra that night. As you've all camped out in the tower.
Okay.
I mean, Cass is right there, Tarnavak, I think Szooth has a dick.
I mean, it's up for debate. But speaking of Szooth, should I make a constitution saving throw? Because I'm summoning my bird back.
It won't matter, because the poison will wear off before anything interesting happens, so you can go ahead and have your burb.
Ba-da-ba-da.
Yeah, just assume Szooth's off somewhere vomiting. Bleh.
It's fine, I'll eat it back up later.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
Cass is gonna risk getting sick for a few minutes and prestidigitate it away. No. It's disgusting.
What? The dogs do it all the time and no one bothers them.
Yeah, because they're just animal.
You're not an animal, Szooth.
You're a zoo.
No, I'm joking. It doesn't actually do this.
I don't believe you.
Here, let's talk about Hedrah's mace.
Edge?
So yeah.
Isil,
Yes?
Edge isn't here.
What?
He didn't say Agatha.
Oh, I thought I heard Edge's mace.
Oh, no. No, I said Hedrah's mace.
Oh, okay.
Technically it's Ursula's mace.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Ursula. That night, you have a dream. It's as vivid as the last one you had, out of the ordinary. The vision of a knightess in shining armor storming the blinded king's keep and battering him down with dragon song. This time, you dream that you are ascending a cliff of pure ivory ice. It is high and craggy. The journey is difficult. But you aren't alone in this journey as you shiver and shake in the cold. No, you're accompanied by a man that you feel some strong connection to, like an old and beloved friend. He has a mane of dark hair and long elven ears, and he helps you up when you stumble as you help him. Together, you ascend this broken icy peak to see beneath you a vista of the far southern ocean. Yet this is also strangely familiar to you. You feel as if you've been here before, that this is your home. This is where you belong. And your last moment of this vision is this elven man smiling at you and pulling you in close. And when you wake, you feel like you know something else, but that knowledge is somehow blocked, as if perhaps your being within the map has prevented you from learning something, at least for now. But you have a strange longing to return to this place, wherever it was.
That's happening during the night when she's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
When it's morning, it's groggy bear time.
Alright, so Ursula just takes like an hour to boot up after this intense dream.
Szooth will
No, that's just autopilot. Like,
No one-
she will, like, start drinking out of an empty tankard, chew on a fork.
I'm a herbalist, kit up some spiked alcohol and give it to the dwarf, the morning dwarf.
Sounds like what she needs is coffee. So that
No,
magical
I
bean
meant
juice.
I meant spiked coffee. Some dwarven coffee.
There you go. Yeah, I think Szooth can do that without any roll needed.
Szooth will be smart about it and just give her the cup and walk away.
Oh, well, before that, get my character sheet up and... let's see. Yeah,
Rip Szooth.
she start... No, Szooth gets picked up. And she starts literally just rubbing her face with Szooth like it was a towel.
I suppose this is my life now.
Just going through the routines.
Szooth will accept his fate.
Just limp little ragdoll kobold.
Squeak, 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 squeak. And then she just tried to attach the towel to her belt.
Also where Szooth belongs.
Oh my god.
Pocket kobold.
No, that's you just notice like, fuck, there's no hook on this towel. Ah, fuck it, down the cleavage it goes. I'll put it back when I can. Yeah.
You put your used towel back where you found it. Szooth, you're now covered with barbarian perspiration.
Hmm.
Speaking of being covered with things, Hashat.
Yes, hello. It's
You
me,
also
Hashat.
wake up that morning.
I do?
Yeah, you wake up to
Oh,
the
good.
pleasant sensation of Kitty Boy slurping mightily upon the breeding bowl.
Mm. Well, that's one way to wake up.
Yeah, presumably, Hashat and Cass slept a little ways from the party, and yeah, he'll give you
Yeah.
a happy good
Inside a
morning.
fucking tower.
Yeah, there's several floors. Maybe they're sleeping up on the roof, or maybe in the basement.
Roof sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, Cassidy will milk himself a healing potion, and go back to full hit points for the day.
Nice.
Glug glug. Yeah, does anyone have anything else that they would like to do before they get underway for the day?
Nope.
While I do understand your people's rules, I would ask that we can bring our weapons with us this time. After those lizards, I don't want to leave them unattended.
I assume you're talking to Alicia at this point?
Yes.
Yeah, she'll nod and say, I can take you the long way around, bring you straight to the castle. No need to stow your weapons there. At least not until you get through the gates.
Am I gonna get stuck outside of the castle again?
Only if you insist on holding onto your hammer, Hashat. I'm sorry, that's simply the tradition. The castle is more secure than the hillside or the village. It'll be safe there. We have an armory.
I'll have to think about it.
Well, you have a few hours, I suppose, until we reach it. If everyone's ready to go, let's get underway. And you can see that there's still, like, big bags under Alicia's eyes, and she's got, like, bruises on her shoulders and cheeks. Just getting wailed on by lizards.
Gonna pass it.
Bellis is looking similarly very sleepy because she achieved 2 points of fucking
Exhaustion.
exhaustion. She got a 1 off, yes.
Yeah, everyone who had exhaustion got rid of 1.
Yeah.
So you're not, like, limping all the way to the castle, luckily.
Yeah. And looking similarly fucking exhausted. Just she's not grouchy, just tired and quiet.
Indeed. We might have to come back sooner than expected to help these people with their lizard problems.
It wouldn't usually be such a big problem. In numbers like that, we just run away faster than any of you or they could possibly ever run. But an actual fight started, so we got involved properly.
Well, Szooth won't mention anything else until we get to the castle. I remember that we're trying to get to the castle so we can leave, yes?
You hope that there's a means of leaving there. You don't really know for sure.
Well, we don't really know what we're doing most of the time, so I don't see how that's a deterrent.
Also, it's worth mentioning that today is the day that Spellcast was due to happen.
Yes,
And
which is
oh, go ahead.
which is why it'd be good to be able to get out today.
It would be. Also, if Nahia did not pop her eggs yesterday, she will have today. But you guys don't have to worry about that because she's not here. Instead, you have a cutie booty monk.
1 monk.
There's several of them.
I know. I'm so happy. I don't want to leave.
Oh my god.
DCL just found his nirvana, the place where there's no magic and monks everywhere. So yeah, the party sets out, and Szooth, can I get a perception roll from your owl? I believe he has the highest perception of anyone in the party.
Yes, he in fact does. Let's just see. Da-da-da-da. Ooh. And that is a...
Nice.
Well, if we're going by passive perception rule, that's an 18.
Okay. 18 passive perception is good enough. As the party is meandering up the river, let me drag you guys over here to El Mapo. As you're meandering up the river, getting towards the town, your owl, Szooth, communicates that it sees another lizard folk currently being chewed on by some extremely large white wolves a little bit off the trail, off this way.
I would be careful if I...
Szooth will hold up his hands, make little claws.
Ah, yes. All right. I would be careful if I right. There seems to be wolves herring about lizard folk over there.
And Szooth will point out to what he saw. Well, what is that saw?
Lisa will gasp. The winter wolves are out this far too. What's going on?
I'm judging from your expression. There's more oddities yet going on.
Lizard folk almost never range this far south, and the wolves rarely leave the forest. And I've never seen them fight before.
Well, something seems to be wrong with them.
Investigations due to your local wildlife and foraging populace might be needed.
But if they're not coming our way, we should simply avoid them, right? And she'll look towards Bellis.
She'll nod.
Right.
Investigating something like that seems pointlessly dangerous. And it would keep you from your whatever it is you're doing.
Then we'll follow the river, or rather ford it. There should be a small fording not too far ahead, and we can make our way around the village, up to the road, and to the castle. Follow me, everyone. Boop, 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 boop. And nothing further disturbs you on your journey. You watch in the distance as the little village by the riverside passes you by, and you find your way onto a dirt-packed road that leads up into the hills and towards a very old-looking castle. The walls are all mismatched and differently colored, like they've been damaged and repaired countless times. The roofs of the towers were once beautiful tile, but now have largely crumbled in on themselves, and the gate, where you might once have seen a grand portcullis, is now two simple large wooden doors pushed together, where outside a single servant in a bold blue livery stands guard. Alicia will hop ahead of you guys, speak to him briefly in private, and she will motion for you to approach. And it'll just be a moment while the gates are opened. My father will most likely be interested in speaking to you at length. She'll look amongst you all and sort of rub the back of her head. This is going to be interesting to explain.
I'm sure he'll be understanding. After all, we have come with no harm intent, and we shall be on our best behavior when speaking to him.
Oh no, I mean, he'll be so very interested in you.
Ah.
Like I said, my father's the greatest scholar in Heartwell. He'll want to know everything about all of you. We've never seen any of your species before, save Lord Cassidy here.
If that's the case, we should get along swimmingly.
I will we'll want to learn from him as well. This is the only remnant of your civilization, really. It's...
He will kind of look downcast at that, like, yeah, you don't have to bring it up.
I hope your father has kept his tomes and scrolls.
Oh yes, we have a huge library. I'm sure he'll be perfectly happy to let you peruse. As she's saying this, the gates are starting to slowly push open.
Do they need help to move those doors?
Oh, no, it's okay. And as she says that, she turns and you see two enormous goats, like horse-sized goats, pushing each of the doors open with their big curling horns. And they push the gate open, and the servant walks out and motions you in and starts petting one of the goats, telling it that it's a very good boy.
Okay, and Tarnavak and Szooth, remember, don't make me put a leash on both of you.
Eh?
So I can pull you in from, diving to head deep into book and history discussions.
That's the whole
Otherwise,
reason
we'll
we came
be
here.
Leaving
Yeah, I'd like to see.
not
You said,
too much of it. Too much, because if they get started, you'll be gray. You will have grandchildren before they're done.
I protest. I can be quite expedient in my extraction and sharing of information. But I do often want to get started and am not one to want to stop. We are here with the purpose of trying to figure out how to leave.
we do. Once we do, we can come back.
Of course, no one's to say this must be a one-time trip.
In truth, well, you do need to leave to do the spellcast performance. I'm not a part of that. I have half a mind to stay here and at least for a little while.
Yay, splitting the party! Gas cheers.
Boy.
If Naya can stay out there, then I can stay in here. Just, don't run off to that archaeological island.
Of course. I can't imagine traveling anywhere without our stalwarts of companions. At least not anywhere we couldn't come back quickly.
So you said you had some books on Monotha too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I've seen the name several times in Father's volumes. I admit I'm not nearly as much of a scholar as he is. I prefer the punching and the kicking.
I too prefer punching and kicking, but in this case, I really do want to see those books.
Do you mean more like whacking?
Whack.
No, it was fun when you brought that entire house down on somebody.
Yeah, I liked that. That was good.
As you're discussing or reliving this memory, the party is escorted into the castle proper, which you can see is a single stone keep on the far end, and then several smaller wooden buildings. It looks like there's a stable for the goats and perhaps a servant's quarters outside. The keep itself seems to be in fairly good repair, much more so than the outer walls are. And you can see black smoke pluming up from its chimney. Alicia will smile and wave you on forwards and start running off that way, yelling, "Papa! Papa!"
I wonder if they have any cute maids.
I want to give.
Go on.
I want to give a look, but I can't stop her anyway, so I'm just not.
Hey.
No,
look, I missed
you're
out
kitty
before.
papoose, so
Please don't go breaking any hearts here.
no, it's not the
Your
hearts they
hips.
are gonna break. Yeah, that's
Hey,
more
look.
the
I
thing.
mean, hey, look. I can be careful.
Hey, it's well. Wait, Tarnavak,
Yes?
would the hips be breaking if her stuff does all that healing stuff?
That's a good question. Cass, you're our expert.
I think
He
if
would
these
just-
people are all training themselves to have their bodies be living weapons, you probably don't have to worry about breaking anything.
I'm suddenly
No.
concerned.
No, I meant the whole part about, like, would they break because of the healing spooge, or would they not
The-
break because of...
I'm sorry, that's some feature Is that a thing your race can do?
Not normally.
Oh, hers.
That's
Sure.
one of the many reasons Hashat's so awesome.
Okay then.
It's like a healing potion, but milky or salty, depending on your tastes.
Fair enough.
When the one normie joins the party of deviants.
Yeah.
You're making a terrible impression.
I really want to enunciate it as well by not being one of you fucking adventurous, like, sex retards.
Szooth is just walking forward. Don't put him in this.
You're a different kind of crazy.
No, you are titty papoose, so...
You're kind of like a pimp, frankly. You kind of started last night's sexcapades as well. Like, you're a fixer. You absolutely are involved in the blame.
Could you
for
do
why
that
your party
again?
look like weirdos.
Fucking Berlusconi, the Kobold.
Well, no, you're Berlusconi. This is Koboldasconi.
And if you could get
Oh.
another one of those started again, this time with me around, that'd be fun.
No.
Crash the park.
No. I get out a parchment, roll it up to start smacking.
What?
I shot. No. No.
Move!
Bad. Yeah, we're
Hey.
supposed to get out first.
You might call them fucktards.
Huff.
Yes,
Damn it. God damn it.
that is a good one.
Fucking just jump off a cliff.
Oh shit!
Alright,
shit.
and thus the party all committed ritual seppuku. The end. No, you are escorted into the keep, which is a small but warm affair, lit by several hearth fires. There don't appear to be any other servants about, aside from the one guard standing outside. You see a bit of silverware laid out on a table and some tea brewing at one of the fireplaces, but beyond that, no sign of life until you follow Alicia up at the stairs to a small
Wait.
study.
We have to go through the song and dance of weapons.
Yeah, no, she, if you guys want to follow the old rule, she will lead Hashat to an armory where she can disarm, and it'll be safe. It's an empty armory, you'll notice. It's extremely dusty like it's on the end of some corridor, way off in the middle of nowhere in the house. But it does have a big sturdy lock on it.
I'm kind of
Alright.
surprised there's an armory in here at all. Can't say I've been in here before.
Well, our ancestors were knights once, the proper kind from the stories, with shining armor and great lances and war horses. Though all of those weapons were melted down long ago. Iron's more
suppose so.
valuable than they were.
Just squint at a building.
So yeah, Hashat, do you disarm? Or would you like to sit in the armory?
No, I don't want to just sit in the armor.
Alright.
But I also don't exactly want to just leave it in here.
Well, you can't. Just drop the hammer.
I have been thinking about burying it in the ground. I've been considering Ursula's other idea.
So let Szooth dig a hole, and you can bury it
I
in
can
there.
just move the earth. That's fine.
I mean, if you want to use magic.
Yeah, it's just a cantrip.
Alright.
Would that be would that be okay?
Alicia will find that acceptable. If she can lead you back out to like a little garden outside where the goats have chewed some grass clear to be planted later.
Alright, I'm gonna take up my hammer. Like, okay. I'm not gonna leave you in a closet. Alright, hammer. I'm not gonna leave you in a closet this time. I'm gonna put you in the ground, surrounded by nice earth for you. I'm sure you'll like that. You'll be right at home, and I'll come get you. It's just for a little bit. These people are real mean and real sticklers about their protocol.
Alicia crosses her arms and scowls.
Okay, I'll be back soon. Don't get lonely. And I'll move I'll move earth and put it underground.
Alright. You feel a little queasy for a bit, but other than that, it's fine.
Well, they're talk to the fucking weapon, so yeah, Bellis isn't that far off.
Okay. It's gonna be fine.
Are you going to be alright, Hashat?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, then come along. Let's go meet my father.
Right then.
So, the party is led upstairs to a small study near the back of the keep. And there, the old wooden doors opened to reveal plush carpeting, wooden walls with many strange knickknacks hooked upon them, including, I think all of your eyes will quickly find, a single basket-hilted sword set in a glass case behind a desk at which sits a middle-aged fellow with a short-cropped beard and slicked-back hair. It seems to have grown a bit long. He's currently buried in a tome, a thick leather-bound affair whose pages have become so incredibly yellowed and worn that you fear that just breathing on it too heavily might turn the whole thing to dust. But he looks up with a smile as the door opens and he stands and thrusts his arms outwards towards his daughter. She runs up and grabs herself a hug. No, you can keep your shield, Hashat.
Okay. Just making sure.
So he will pick her up and give her a hug, and then smile over her shoulder at you, and say, "Ah, you must be our guests. I've heard so much about you already. Please come in."
As
You have a
we-
condolences.
Hmm.
If you heard so much about us,
Oh. No, nothing but good things. Come, come. I hope the native wildlife hasn't given you too much problem.
no more problem than I imagine it's given your populace.
Hmm.
We shall see about coming back to offer our aid for any oddities that are happening. But for now, we wish to simply talk and learn.
Then please pull up chairs. I'm sure there's much we can tell each other. He will gently close the book and set it aside.
I can tell. Ever the true scholar to be caught red-handed, peering over a book as we came in.
I can't help it. This particular volume chronicles my family's history for the last 1,000 years. Though, unfortunately, it's grown a little brittle with age, and he'll gently tap 2 fingers on it, which makes the whole book tremble.
Man, speaking of fucking breaking leg, chair armrest just fell
Oh.
off. I'm fucking pissed.
Whee!
oh, so why don't you write down what it says then?
We have, though I admit writing requires fresh paper, and that is difficult to come by. We have a few blank
Oh.
volumes, but
Dun,
not
dun,
all
dun,
that
dun,
many.
dun, dun. Reaches in, starts
Don't tell me.
yoink,
How
Joink.
much do
yoink.
you have in that bag?
My backpack is almost exclusive full of my notepad of shit. Let's see, Ursula's backpack. It's under Ursula's Book of Grudges.
The Book of Grudges, which is only 3 times the weight of the backpack.
Every
Do
dwarf
you just
has
have like
book
a
of
blank
grudges.
book in there or something?
I mean, a
I
dwarf never
actually
knows
have
when,
2 blank books and 10
Why?
vellums.
because a dwarf never knows when they
Why
need to
not?
take more things.
They're heavy and they're bulky.
You never.
But
know
all
when
right,
you-
I know.
I believe you.
It's like, hey, it's shit. That's why I don't have that much fucking money compared to the rest of the people. I buy
Never-
random shit.
You never know when you need to 8 more things. It's that simple. You
Yeah,
need
I
to
like
write
to
it
see
down.
it. See, I put up a fucking big ass empty book and just put it down, and then put up another big ass empty book, put it down. Then I put it up. Oh, here's my pack of bacon. Hell yeah! Nom nom nom. All right, and then vellum.
He just stares wide-eyed and then starts to smile. Maiden's blessing. What a gift. Thank you, my dwarven friend.
Holy shit! You know what a dwarf is? Hey,
Oh yes, I recognize each of your species. Though
You
I
do?
admit, seeing
Even
a...
me?
Ah yes. According to the scholar Geralt, the hobgoblins were once an oppressed species, though our recent Lord Magisters have made mention that you've escaped your torment to less palatable ends.
You've even heard of kobolds?
Oh yes, little friend. In fact, there's a mural of one of your kind out in the Great Hall.
A mural?
Yes. the great hero Geoffrey, who stood beside Sigurd Harper, Carista Belmaris, and the other heroes of Ervanen.
I should feign no ignorance or surprise at this. The only kobold who has done deeds so far worth recording in surface history is Geoffrey himself.
Does Geoffrey yet live
There's
amongst
another
you?
Jeffrey?
Well, there's been many Geoffreys, a legacy of them. It is a very special name. After all, he is reincarnated time and time again to continue to impress upon the world his feats of majesty.
Truth be told, when they said there was a kobold traveling amongst you, I half hoped perhaps he might be a reincarnation of the great hero, but...
If only I could be so blessed by the dragon fathers and mothers themselves. For no, I am not a relative of Geoffrey. However, I have very many friends around me who are equally as amazing as he.
Oh,
And you
bold
as well,
claims.
Szooth. You're not called Geoffrey, but you've got that heroic spirit. Don't go pretending you don't.
I must admit, during my travels, I very quickly amassed a few deeds I'm very proud of. But it is unbecoming of a kobold to brag about such things. I feel as if the spirit of the surface world is rooting my kobold humility over time.
Well, the biggest one is escaping Death Island.
Oh yes, let us promise to never return.
Oh,
But
screw Death Island.
I want to go back.
Well, in all due
Well,
time.
we are
Gonna
going
go back and kick the shit out of it. That's what we're gonna.
All in due
We're gonna
time.
show that island who's boss.
For now, let us speak of other topics. We have history to share, and also a question to ask, which if I can be so, forthcoming, may I ask it now?
Please, of course. And as he's saying that, he will take the blank books and stack of vellum, very gingerly set them into one of the drawers of his desk.
Me and my other friends, we still have engagements out in the surface world. We wish to know how to escape the map, if only for now, so that we may tend to them.
Of course. I can hardly blame you for wishing to return to your world. Though, first I must ask, question for a question, if you will. The map, is it in your possession, or are you merely holding on to it? For, if I may be so bold, none of you seem like the wizarding sort.
We're not.
There is no Lord Magister at present. We have been asked to investigate his death, and in doing so, we found the map.
So Magister Regid died unexpectedly, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
An unfortunate thing that if we could find the evidence would be linked to murder. So far we only have our suspicions, and a very, very reckless, person of interest, yes, that's the word, who's responsible for letting go of some foul creatures upon the earth.
I wish you good fortune in finding them, but if you would do me the great service of telling the next Lord Magister about this place and how to get here, whenever he or she ascends the office, I would be most grateful.
Of course.
And very well, I shall tell you the means by which you can egress the map, though sadly it does not apply to those of us born and bred within its borders.
I wonder why.
Hey,
There is...
hey, I just poke fucking Hashat. Hey, focus.
Sorry.
You were drifting. Yeah, you were drifting off when you heard a specific word.
Did I? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Very well. The means by which you outsiders can leave is held by a spirit of the land who has long watched over Heartwell. We call her the Green Maiden. She
Oh, yeah, I
is
heard of
the
her.
earth and its power incarnate here. She lives on an island some ways to the southwest, beyond an old crumbled watchtower. There's a boat parked on the lake shore near the river. You can make your way to her
Oh,
island from there.
You said she's the Earth?
That she is. I believe her type of being were once called dryads, perhaps, or Vater. Regardless of what she may be, she is, for all intents and purposes, our goddess. For it is her who has answered our prayers, where the old gods did not.
well. Oh, right. Now that I remember, I was trying to remember the whole thing. All that stuff that you got, that was the points to Tarnavak, but because he likes books and all that stuff, so I reminded to buy, just in case we need it. Secondly, it is secondly, right? First, second, yeah, secondly. Secondly, the whole gods things. You two are better at explaining it than I am.
Well, a lot of it is conjecture, but you've heard of the Fall of Winter. I assume one of the prior Lord Magisters has passed that story on.
Yes, in what little it seems folk of your time know of it, it is nice to hear the ending of a tale our ancestors saw the beginning of.
Well, since that time, the gods,
I'm sure
their
they.
activity in the world became much more limited. No one's. There isn't any credible proof as to why, but there are some theories out there. But the long and short of it is that about 70 years ago, before any of our times, they returned and their powers was more active. Our friend Nahia, she didn't come with us. She is a paladin and knight servant of the goddess Mithras.
With all due respect to the gods outside, before and after this period of silence, they have ignored Heartwell. But we don't need them here. There's little they could do for us, as magic is, as you've seen, limited.
Yeah, it makes people sick when they try to do it.
If
Oh,
you
I've
limit
had the
yourself to
experience.
simple magics, there is a tale of a mage who lived long ago here and attempted, in his foolish hubris, to force his way out of the map with powerful magics. His tower turned to stone around him and crumbled
Wasn't
like
his.
glass.
No.
The whole landscape around it became jutted with crystals, blasted as if by fire, and he was never seen again.
Where
Okay,
is
now-
this tower?
now
Where's
that
this
Savin has-
tower?
Now that Savin has done dirty talking to me.
Oh, is that the ruined tower you talked about on the way to the Green Lake?
Doot.
Oh, over there, tomb of the sage.
So, the long and short is simple magics, from what we've gathered, will make you ill. More powerful magics may kill you and everyone nearby. If any of you are spellcasters, we ask that you limit yourself to cantrips. It's for everyone's best interest.
What about the Green Lady?
God.
I don't dare question the powers of a divinity. Whatever power she has seems to work unfettered here.
Oh. Wait, wasn't this, she slams her hand on the palm. Wasn't it this what the Szooth and Naya were talking about before? Like the different types of magic, right?
Did we have a conversation about that?
If you mean the difference between spells cast by sorcerers and priests, as far as we can tell, they both react the same way here. Though no one has been a priest here in ages.
No, I mean the druids. That's the name. Druids. Nature.
Primal
Stop.
magic.
Is that the name?
Aye.
I know little of druidic magic. It is not something we kobolds are often able to get up to.
Why not?
We kobolds are gifted with wits and ingenuity, but not very much so mana and magic adaptability. Even my minor cantrips and minor access to spell and magic arts is something of a rarity. If kobolds could have access to more spells and magic powers, many of us would be spellslingers, as our bodies are weak, and our minds could be very sharp. However, we are not gifted as such.
It is said the great hero Geoffrey was the keenest mind of his generation. I don't doubt your words, my friend.
Yes. It is a tale that links back to the problem we have with the lizard folk.
Yes, the lizard folk. You can see him kind of cast his glance briefly towards the sword hanging above the desk.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a problem with them, I hear.
It is said when the dragon created us, both the kobolds and lizard folks, we kobolds chose to use the dragon flame given to us for wisdom. We created fire and tools with it, whereas the lizardmans consumed it to take its power for themselves, leaving them ignorant to the world, but powerful for it.
Fascinating. It would certainly seem to be the case. Those who live here are degenerate brutes that feast on corpses and perform foul arts of necromancy, defying this map's power over them.
I am not surprised. The lizard folk abused the gifts of the dragon given to them, and then they harried and terrorized our kind ever since. They care not for who they eat or whom they disturb. They are simple folk.
Maybe they're just used to it.
Used to what?
Being here.
Barbarism.
Maybe they're just used to living here. Maybe they've been here so long that their bodies are just used to being in here. And the whatever it is that stops magic from happening doesn't really work on them anymore. Have you all in your village tried learning how to...
One of my great-grandfathers was visited by a lord. He attempted to teach a young man of the village magic. It seemed to have the same effects I've described, even of someone whose entire lineage can be traced to Heartwell from centuries before the map became a prison for us.
From my understanding, there are three
And
types of
maybe they have. Maybe they aren't doing.
From my novice understanding, there are three types of magic, two of which involve getting magic from excess sources.
Maybe they have.
Paladins and clerics, of course, are supplied by the gods and deities, while sorcerers and spellcasters of the like, wizards, I think, not sorcerers, use spells from the latent mana around them. I've heard that there's an internal type of magic that relies on the soul, or some such. I know not the details.
Well, like a sorcerer.
I suppose. I hear sorcerers are very much gifted with innate magic. But I don't know if they would be affected here as well.
Sorry, the DCL slipped out there for a second.
Yeah, paging
What?
Dr. Freud. It's
I must
fucking
have-
inane magic.
It's a shame you guys don't have a sorcerer to test that theory with.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna think about. That's what I've been thinking about.
You
Maybe
literally
try
got
and-
woozy when you tried to do dirt just now to put your hammer in it.
I tingled, but I haven't tried anything more than just move some. I haven't tried a first level spell, which is something I want to try because I don't know, maybe.
If you get sick, I'll unpoisoned you.
We just say that, well, Hashat knows earth magic and she's not a wizard.
Her magic
I was
should
wondering
be
about the hammer, though.
Her magic should come from an innate source within herself. Perhaps he
My
can cast
power.
them.
My power comes from the earth. I draw strength
So you're
from the
druid,
earth
then?
under my feet. Hooves. I mean,
If that is the case, you might have the
So-
same problem that all spellcasters seem to have had.
So you're a druid then?
no. The ground here is very nice. by
Well,
the
you
way.
said you... Yeah, but you said
Very
you drew
rich.
from the ground, and that's what druids do. They draw from nature.
I'm not sure that's so exact many words. I think when they refer to drawing from nature, they mean in a more spiritual and poetic context.
Artists draw from nature too.
Exactly. We sages
No, they draw
learn from
nature.
No,
Into
they
they-
can draw from
draw
nature
nature.
too. Inspiration, you know?
Oh, draw inspiration from. Oh.
I,
thought you meant when
I
the
originally
artist, like,
heard
make a tree.
autists can draw from nature, and I was like, wow, dude. Fucking autists, the fucking wizard powers.
God, wouldn't that be a setting?
Oh my god,
God,
no.
God, what?
Only
all
the
sorcerers just have-
autists can use
yeah,
wizardry.
All sorcerers just happen to have what, like Asperger's.
You know, I'm feeling attacked right now, so I'm going to continue on.
I'm sorry.
DCL, are you a sorcerer?
Don't you put that evil on me!
I mean, it sounds
Let's
amazing.
move
if you
on
were to
before
put that
DCL
up.
has
It's like,
convictions.
I'm sorry. Here's my doctor's report. I don't want to attend these classes. I'm a sorcerer.
Fucking god. Ah, it would be disgusting. Anyways,
A hatred.
let's see if Hashat can cast magic.
I would like
Let's
to do
not
it out.
cast it inside.
Okay. Let's
Yes, if you could just not.
I'll wait until later when we're done talking.
So yes, in order to be able to get out of the map, you need to cross the river and speak to the Green Maiden. Give her proper respects as she is deity of this land.
Quite right.
Wait, what river? What river? I thought she lived on a lake.
Oh, sorry.
Across the
Forgive
river again?
She lives on the lake, but the boats are stored by the river's mouth.
Ah, of course.
Oh.
Thank you for clarifying.
Okay, good. Don't worry, Hashat, we got your cork.
Thanks.
Your cork?
Friend is
I
Oh, she can't swim.
I don't do well with water.
friend is hydrophobic. Very fun word. Didn't know it was a thing.
I can't swim. I sink. Like
Interesting.
Like a
a
rock.
rock.
Could that be because of your earthen powers, I wonder?
That's alright.
No, she's fat.
Yes.
I believe it
mean.
was because some traveler we met on the road described it aptly. He used the words brick shithouse.
I don't think it's because I'm just very heavy. I think it's just because it is actually because of
Have you
Like,
seen
Earth-
the size of your ass, Hashat?
no, it's behind me. I can't.
That's a strong comeback right there. Touche.
I have no idea what a brick shithouse is, nor have I ever seen an outhouse designed out of bricks, but I assume it means that it
Oh, I've
refers to
seen
your
one out
massive
of
size.
granite. I've actually seen a
Look,
granite
I strong
shithouse.
dwarven shitters made of granite. I'm sorry, our food
Yeah,
is
the
nearly as
toilets.
angry as us, so we would destroy a wooden outhouse.
Yeah, that sounds
God.
dwarven. That
Yes.
sounds dwarven accurate.
Yes, and the fucking toilet seat is actually just high polished quartz.
Oh my god!
I imagine it as having
No,
like a
no,
bunch of
Stray.
one ring ass looking runes around the
Stray.
rim of the toilet.
I mean, no, Scow. I just realized dwarves are the inventors of Mexican food.
Mm.
Because
Brutal.
it's
But
spicy.
they climb under walls instead of over.
Anyway. So yeah, what do you want to question the Baron further?
I'd like to ask him about his books on Manotha. I heard he has them.
Ah, yes, the great kingdom of Manotha.
It's
In
not so
our
great
day,
anymore.
it was a interesting place. I never had my bloodline never had the privilege of visiting, though I've long dreamed of doing so from the books I've read. Land of beautiful women and strong warriors. I have a volume that
Points.
describes it in some small detail.
Just straight up points at a shot and says, beautiful women and strong warriors. Like,
Yes, at the risk of being rude, I must ask, Miss Hashat, was it?
Yeah.
Your mind, how is it that you came to be free of your people's curse?
People's curse?
Oh, that was a while ago. It was like
oh, the cowgirls.
80 years ago? 75? 70? Somewhere along there.
60-ish.
60-ish.
So your whole people were cured.
All at the same time. Some adventurers I heard, they broke it. They destroyed the source of it, and all of a sudden everyone was freed from what had befallen them.
Fascinating. In all the books,
It was very confusing. There was a very troubling time, few years. Everything was all confusing and weird, as everyone was suddenly free to think.
were there any of your people left around from Minothan days? Some great sorcerer preserved by magic?
Not that I know
Trapped in
of.
stone, perhaps?
I mean, I've heard of people trapped in stone from stories, from like bard stories, but none Minothans that I can see.
A shame.
Well, I have a question.
Actually,
Baron will look
let me
to
do a
you.
history check. Let
Maybe
me
you,
make a history check just to make
maybe you
just to-
people know this then. For the Minotans, because they like earth and stone and stuff like that. Would they be like preserved in stone or as stone?
Unfortunately, it seems that the answer is neither. A shame, that.
I mean, when a Minotaur dies, they die like anyone else, as far.
So, Kina, what would you like to
No,
know
I
from your
meant
history
that
check?
Like, I haven't heard of any like really old Minotaurs, right?
No.
No, I didn't.
You've heard of the Minotaur kings of Pergolith who trace their line back to Minotha directly, but certainly none living from that age. You'd want to find an elf or a satyr of tremendous age for that.
Yeah.
But yes, as I was saying, I have a book that describes a great explorer's journeys all throughout the Southlands, including Minotha and the southern tribes, all the way to the Wailing Woods. He'll turn to Alicia and
why
to
would you
make a...
visit a place that has screaming trees?
I'd very like to see the book. Could get some insight on it.
Yeah, Alicia
history.
will go and fetch it, and the Baron will turn to Ursula and say, "Well, in that time it was not called the Wailing Woods. We've heard the name updated to reflect the massacres there. In Heartwell's time, it was simply called the Elven Path, the great forest where the queens of the Elven Kingdom laid their thrones. Yet it appears that when this Lord Winter figure laid his curse upon that people and destroyed them, that it left their blood screaming in the roots, leaving it a haunted and terrible place."
Which one's the Wailing Woods?
That's where, right near where Galavas is, and where Grand Tree is.
Oh, it's Grand Tree's
Yeah.
place. That forest. Okay.
Yeah, that place filled with all
I
the
mean,
elven
like,
ruins.
why would you ever want?
Yeah, the town of
Yeah.
delightful gay lovers.
Lol.
Hey man, it's not gay if you can't even tell the gingers apart in the first place.
I mean, Gaeloth sounds great. It's underground and there's just elves everywhere. It's like that's like
Mhm.
the best place.
It's the best. And I hear outside nearby
no,
someone made a monster go farm because they're the best.
I'm confused why everybody's saying this. You're not saying this place's name when you're talking about the best.
Well, sorry. No, I mean, why would you want to deal with a screaming tree? Trees are assholes. They're nice, but they're assholes.
That seems paradoxical.
Please don't say that to the Green Lady.
Ah, yes, we should probably
Yes.
treat her with the utmost respect.
Well, she's not a tree.
About that.
Maybe she is.
Oh,
Is she a tree?
Some
I would be
percentage tree,
guessing.
yes.
Huh.
Anyway, let us turn our conversation elsewhere before we offend the maiden.
Yeah.
Does she hear? Wait, can she hear? Can she hear us?
The maiden hears all within Heartwell.
It is the
Can your
that is the
gods
way
and
of the
goddesses not hear everything?
Guess I never really thought about it.
Now then,
I never
not s-
asked them.
I'm not sure if we have the liberty to stay for longer. After all, I do have a casting match to be fair. It might be best if we make haste for the Green Lady now. That way we might have time to get out to the map.
There is one matter I would ask before we go. The way you speak about winter in the Wailing Woods, I must confess I had thought his fall would be what your people sought refuge from, but sounds like it happened after. What reason was it that brought you into this map?
Truth be told, it is impossible to say precisely what happened and why. Much of our records from those first turbulent years were lost, and the village was razed, the castle destroyed. War with the lizard folk took its toll severely on our people. The best that I can find, however, is that this Lord Winter figure was coming, but had not arrived yet. And one of my ancestors, or perhaps the mage who lived in that tower, an elven fellow, somebody thought that there was a genocide approaching, correctly, it seems, and sought to hide Heartwell from those who would do it harm. My people were around to see the beginning of the fall, the great battle of Eravainen, the first destruction of the elven cities, but we were gone by the time the chaos reached the Southlands. Only from the Lord Magisters did we hear how that story ended, such as it was.
Oh. Did Did he tell him just looks over the giants? Did he tell about the giants?
Giants, I heard something that there was a war against giants in your time.
Oh yeah, I read. Well, I didn't read, but I was told about stories about fighting giants that.
I mean, Ursula, I think you
came
were
to-
alive when that happened.
Oh yeah, but she doesn't mean she was in the fucking forefront.
Yeah, true. But yeah, Ursula was definitely like a teenager when the big fight happened. And
Yeah.
speaking of which,
Yeah.
as you are talking about giants, you see Cassidy become like distinctly uncomfortable. His little ears droop and his tail wraps around one of his legs. The Baron will say, yes, but I wonder what that has to do with winter?
I don't know.
Fair
I guess
enough.
you were telling a story about that, and I don't know if he told you about the whole giants and stuff.
But yes, I heard the story, a brief but costly invasion against your kingdoms. It seems to have ended long ago, though.
Oh, it wasn't that long ago.
Well, it ended when I was a young man, and that certainly feels like a long time ago. But perhaps that's just
What?
me.
What? You don't look older than 40, 50? It's like you're Brian young.
That's right, you dwarves live to be centuries old, don't you?
Yeah, I'm almost 70. I'm still relative young. I'm considered adult and all that stuff.
To have the power of youth at 70 years of age. I would happily trade my, well, I'd trade an arm for that kind of vigor, but sadly that is not to be.
We kobolds die if we lose such things.
You die if you lose your arms.
We're very fragile. It's the reason why we can't even record how long we truly live for.
If you're descendants of dragons, perhaps you live near to forever, as the lizard folk do.
We don't know if we're best for such a gift.
They live a super long time.
Centuries
Dragon.
at least.
Really?
There is one
Dragon.
among their kind, a great champion who my great-great-grandfather pierced with cinder steel, the sword there.
I hope
yet
you're
it's
speaking
still-
of lizard folk and not of dragons.
And yet that lizard folk still walks amongst us, leading its kin in raids.
Phew!
They are long-lived and powerful creatures. Their experience matched only by their savagery.
Yes, that's another gift of the dragons which they abuse. Forgive me for my sudden outrage. I've heard many blasphemous tales about heroes and so-called heroes and adventurers fighting and slaying dragons.
Yes, I too have heard that dragons are extinct in your time. What a terrible tragedy that must be.
Extinct,
No,
nothing.
no.
Nah, there's no such thing as extinct. The dragons simply exist on a higher plane, off to do about their business which we simple mortal minds cannot understand. After all, being so long-lived, they surely have much greater deals going on.
But
Remember,
don't
you've
forget,
met one, Szooth.
Of course I met one. That one was so fortunate enough to... One was so gracious enough to bless my existence with its mere presence. I even managed to get it to go back to my home island, to guide it further. It is probably the proudest achievement I have ever done, and will live on and through my family name in generations. I'll probably even make up for the fact that I ran away from home.
Yes, I'm sure many sins can be forgiven for blessing your people with a dragon. There are even tales that once upon a time a dragon blessed Heartwell as its home, but sadly it left long before we were imprisoned in this map.
Few can understand the whims of a dragon. They seem to stay for so short and then fly away after giving blessings. If only we could live so long as to understand their wisdom.
Tell me, have you heard of the Dragon King Tazran? Does he yet fly in this higher plane?
That's a good question. Have I heard of the Dragon King Tavern?
Roll history with advantage.
Up.
Nice.
I know. Dude,
Yeah, absolutely.
As was foretold in the scrolls!
As was foretold, long
Welcome,
ago,
welcome.
Szooth, Tazran was the king of all dragons, the mightiest being the world had ever seen. He was the husband of a goddess, even. And yet, when the fall of winter came, he, and he alone, took up the great and grave task of cleansing the world of all corruption. He would strike winter down. All kobolds know that this great gift, however, was betrayed by the vile, vile hero Sigurd Harper, who took up a great and cursed sword and drove it deep within the heart of King Tazran, slaying him.
Some say Great Tazran the Cleanser even knew of his untimely demise at the hand of the betrayer, and he accepted it anyways, giving on to the land graciously, knowing that it must have been done.
So the Dragon King, too, was fallen.
Yes.
How
That goes
many
not by.
treasures.
There rarely goes a day where we do not worship and mourn his passing in our prayers. But it is only because of his generosity that the land still continues to exist.
Yeah, I can totally imagine the worm of fucking World's End being like a Christ-like figure to the kobolds.
He is your Jesus?
He
He is our
is Jesus. He came to redeem our sins and was murdered. He died for
Tazzus.
Exactly.
you. Tazzus.
Oh my god.
It is why that we kobolds choose to live by the flame of wisdom rather than becoming destructive and selfish, greedy creatures like the lizard folk. It is why I'm here. I seek to learn through my travels and be able to pass on my knowledge and wisdom so that our burrows may expand and that we can integrate with the societies at large.
That is a truly noble goal, my friend. I wish you the maiden's blessing on your journeys.
Yes. Even though the dragon has now blessed our homes, our traditions are too rigid and steadfast. Time is eroding them away. And rather than replacing our foundations, we have chosen to stick by them, even as they crumble around us. We cannot live like this forever.
Well, perhaps this new dragon of yours shall give you new guidance in his place.
Ah, yes. She will be a wise and powerful leader. I cannot wait till I return home and see exactly what she has done to help guide my brethren. But for now, I still must explore and learn.
And as Szooth is saying this, Alicia will come back with a thin, like almost maybe like 50 or 60 page book bound with wood covers, and she will hand it to Hashat. And upon
Also-
it is written the journeys and tribulations of the great and honorable knight Sir Robert Shaw.
The dragon's name was Tazroth, right?
Tazran.
Alright, Tazran.
Robert Shaw. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Savin.
Alright, I'm writing that down in my fucking character notes. I need to remember this. I need to remember my form of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I wrote that
Jesus Christ.
down.
Jesus Cristo.
Henry.
So, what else would you like to ask the Baron? Also, Hashat, you can't take that book with you, but you are welcome to read it.
Are there any rituals we should observe while meeting with the Green Lady,
Well, I guess I'll just read the book.
the
Yeah.
Emerald Maiden?
It is typical to bring offerings for her. You're lucky the yearly sacrifice won't be for another 3 months. So until then, a small
Whoa.
animal perhaps, or baked goods. I understand she's quite fond of pie.
Yearly sacrifice?
Yes. Once every year a young person from the village goes to the island to meet the Green Maiden and offer him or herself up to her.
Does she kill them?
What? Gods no.
Okay. This is when you say sacrifice.
They are sacrificed to her, but she only keeps them for a year before sending them home.
Oh, okay.
She requires companionship and service, you see.
Oh.
Think of the role as equal parts high priest and servant.
Wait. Start counting on fingers. Aren't dryads like satyrs when it comes to that?
You're thinking of nymphs, Ursula.
Oh. Is that nymphs?
Well, it's nymphs that have the wine.
Oh, that is true. I didn't think of that. Okay. Never mind. I mixed them up.
Dare I ask?
Oh, there's satyrs, there's dryads, and there's nymphs. Satyrs and nymphs really like fucking.
And
I mixed
I've
up
heard
the-
enough. Thank you for sharing.
Ah,
Yeah, so I mixed up the dryads with the nymphs. So that
It's-
will just be.
It seems we should be off. At least do some hunting so that way we have something to present to the Emerald Maiden.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
I thank
Start
you for your
walking off.
time, Baron Rudolph. This shall not be the last we see of each other. We have many things and stories to share.
I can't take this with me.
Correct. I'm sorry, but our books are our tie to our past. I cannot bear to part with even one.
It is fine, Hashat. Do not take their limited knowledge.
You are welcome back whenever you like to read at your leisure. My library is open to you in its entirety.
Baron, I would ask of you permission that while my comrades here attend to their obligations, I remain behind. There is much still I can tell you about the outside. I'm a learned man among my people.
Why, if your companions can spare you, I could not possibly say no.
Why would we kill him?
I
I
don't
mean, make do without him for a time.
Oh,
While the world is certainly a little more frightening without his trusty spear at our side, I think we shall manage, at least, for a couple of days until we return to the map.
At the very least, you shouldn't have to deal with Ambassador Herland trying to kill you.
Someone's trying to kill you.
oh, all the time.
I feel as if this is not something we should be discussing.
I do not mean to pry, my friends, of course.
Szooth, while you make a point, firstly, I believe the Baron here to be trustworthy, and secondly, even if he was not, he's stuck in the map.
I suppose such is fair.
Blunt, but accurate.
Now then. With that understood, we should be getting on our way.
Can I just look over this book? It's not that big.
Yeah, you
I'll
can
have
have spent this
plenty of-
time looking through it, like glancing through it.
Whoa. Yeah, I'd like to see what it's.
It starts with friend or foe.
I'm sure it's not that. It's not one of those shots, I'm sure.
It is. It has to fucking be. Come on. The trials and tribulation of Robert Shaw.
So is there anything interesting in this?
Make me an intelligence check. See if you can glean
Oh.
anything of note from a short skim through.
Well, it's a good thing that my friend or foe and back again a shot. Well, it's good my intelligence isn't terrible. Hey! 16's pretty good.
Yeah, this works. Alright, so ask me and question about Minotha in the time of Robert Shaw, which was slightly before these people's times.
Oh, jeez. Oh god. Where was the capital of...
The capital of Minotha was by a large lake in the center of the southernmost peninsula of the great kingdom of Valand. Or I suppose adjacent to that kingdom. It obviously had its own lands.
A big lake on the southernmost peninsula.
That sounds like the place that you wanted initially to go
That sounds
to.
a lot like where didn't those minotaurs settle down near a lake?
Yeah, there is
Yep.
a Minotaur settlement you guys have heard of on Lake Luvarn.
But I don't think we're on the southernmost peninsula of the... Are we?
No, we're on
Of
the
the
east
continent.
coast. We're on the eastern part of Western. It's the most southern.
Unfortunately, there is not a map contained within this book.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna keep that in mind then.
Alright, and so it seems like the rest of the party is ready to depart from the castle for now, leaving Tarnavak behind for now.
For his help and to come back later, I'm gonna give the Baron here a present. I think.
Yay,
Is
presents.
I'm-
it Dick?
I'm gonna no. I'm
And-
gonna give him a bottle. I'm gonna give him a bottle. Because all I have here is mushroom juice.
For now.
Yeah, so he will happily take any liquor you have, as you can imagine. Despite his noble title, he is not able to get any particularly fancier vintages. All of that stuff ran out long, long ago, so he will crack a big smile if you want to give him a bottle, and will set that down on his desk and bow deeply to you. Books and wine, you and your friends know how to please an old man. My thanks indeed.
Yeah, well, Pearl will bring some more when we come back.
I wish I had anything to give you in return. Actually, tell you what. They still use gold and silver outside,
Oh yeah,
yes?
all the time.
Here. I have little use for this stuff besides trading a few knickknacks with the Lord Magister. He will take out from his desk a small wooden box and present it to you. Here,
Oh.
take this.
I will take the bottle.
And inside, on a little cushion of cloth, are 5 golden coins, pressed with a strange sigil you've never seen before.
How old are these?
Well, they were here long before the map was created. One of my ancestors was, I believe the term would be a coin collector. Those are from the
Oh.
kingdom of Valand, the human realm, though they were
These are
old
over
when
1,000 years old.
we were young.
These might actually fetch pretty good from a collector. Some noble might actually pay a bundle for these.
Well, I should certainly hope they would find value
Ancient
for you.
Ancient coins minted from a lost civilization. Say, is there anything you want us to bring back? You're lacking in certain things.
My people would always appreciate new and different foodstuffs, if I might be so bold. We can grow more than enough to sustain ourselves, but much of what we eat is the same old, same old.
What do you
Well,
eat
aren't you
usually?
in for a good time then? I introduced potatoes.
Oh yeah, we brought Ursula brought a bunch of
Yes, I
special
heard something about a strange tuber that was quite
Yes.
popular in the village last night.
Indeed, and it turns out that potato juice gets you very drunk.
Even
potatoes. Potatoes are very versatile. They can grow just about anywhere, and they grow on their own. You don't need to baby them, and
Yeah.
they grow almost like a weed. And you can cook them just about anyway. And yeah, you can make them into
And
alcohol.
the best part is, if you forget to pick one up, the little other spots that grow on side starts growing in more spots. Starts even growing more spots.
Fascinating. It seems like nigh infinite food from one little tuber.
They're great veggies.
So yes, more things like that. Wheat and barley and onions have gotten rather droll.
we'll see what we can do.
Oh.
Maybe we can round up
Oh.
some cool stuff for it.
Just pulls up and present a slab of jerky.
Meat we do have, though we are loath to kill animals more than absolutely necessary. You'll gingerly take a piece of jerky and chew on it. Oh, salt. Hard to come by that.
Oh, there's no salt. I think we could probably get you some salt.
Yeah, like, we can't pack like as much as we can carry, and they just that's actually a whole lot. So
Sadly, there are no
strong
wizards
arm.
here to generate extra salt. Ho ho ho.
Yeah, salt
Well-
and other spices would be much appreciated too. Perhaps even more than a simple new brand of food.
Well, as it just so happens, the outside of this map is of one of the biggest trading cities on the continent.
Well, then it seems we are truly blessed, if only we could escape. Perhaps if you plant the map like a tuber, it'll sprout into a new village. Please don't actually try that. We'll probably all die.
Yeah, we're not gonna fuck around with your map.
God, I would suffer from such fucking just. I don't know if it would be anxiety so much as just resignation to my death, knowing that one day, if someone sneezed, it could be like the glob that kills me, the sky rock. Like,
Definitely don't mention that that prodding the map causes a lightning bolt to hit the ground in the map. That's not gonna. Definitely never.
you should try taking the map into the map realm and just see if everything explodes like a bag of holding in a never-ending hole.
Well, we can't do that though.
That's just because you haven't tried hard enough.
I'm sure there's some bullshit way you could use weird, obscure magic to make that happen, and then it would be a bad time for everybody. Somebody on the map pokes the map, and then they just explode from a lightning strike.
Oh look, this is my house! Oh, that's not my house
Boom!
anymore. No, my house is gone.
Mom, Dad, no.
Ma, Pa!
It's fucked up.
So yeah, maybe don't do
Luckily,
that.
Kina poked the map outside of the fucking village.
Yeah, I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, it would have been real fun for me if, like, Kina just prodded the church or something, then when you guys got to the town, everyone was like, no!
Just randomly poked the village. He just electrocuted a small child.
Womp, womp.
Here, I think the map would be better served if we poured water all over it.
Oh, God. Yeah, just someone spills coffee on the map. Oh, God!
That's a really exciting lake. What are you talking about?
Until you all drown.
In hot scalding coffee.
Yeah, it's not as fun as you think it's gonna be.
No. Okay, so you
Burning
pick. Hey, you guys could solve that lizard problem by just jabbing the map.
We just go up the map.
Yeah.
Just get the
You're-
eraser
I
out and
wonder
just
if,
squirt.
yeah, I wonder if Savin ever considered that. They just might be like, so that's their fortress. They leave the map realm, and then outside the map realm, fucking crush that part by just stabbing at it with a finger over and over again,
Just
and then going
rip
back
that
in.
chunk of the map right off and throw it in the
Yeah,
garbage.
fuck them. They're gone.
They're all gone now. It's an idea. I'm not sure it's an idea I want to explore. Just
Well,
cause
you
I mean,
just
how
draw an
comfortable are
anvil
you with
above it.
genocide?
I feel like that would have consequences. No, I don't care about genociding the lizard folk. I'm talking about just fucking the map in general being very displeased.
Nah, you just with a little finger, you just start like scratching it like a fucking scratch and sniff across where the lizard men should be. Like, smells like death.
But yeah,
I love the smell of crushed lizard men in the morning.
we going down to the
Horrifying.
lake.
Yeah, if you guys want to
I guess.
depart.
Well, actually, when we get outside, I wanna unbury my hammer first.
Yeah, we're gonna
Bellis, are
go
you
up
gonna
and-
walk the party down to the lakeside?
I
At
don't
least
know,
you would
is it like a
appreciate it.
large, long, complicated journey? I believe I'd come along just in case.
Yeah, because it is, like, depending on your journey, like, a good, like, 4 kilometers.
Okay. Yeah. No. I'll keep
Like,
him
what?
keep him cush.
I mean, do
Yeah,
you
like,
want to
you can go,
go
like-
past the cursed tower full of evil death crystal? Because you can
Not
do that.
particularly. No.
Okay, never mind. You never said something about fucking cursed tower.
I literally
Yes, you did.
described how the tower turned to like brittle stone and shattered, and crystals grew up from the ground, blasted by eldritch fire, after a mage tried to cast like teleport to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that case, why don't we take the scenic route, especially since we need to do some hunting anyways?
Guess
I
what? It's
can do
fucking
that.
walk o'clock when it comes to that tower.
Yep.
So,
Hey,
To-
but think positive. You don't have to do a lot of hunting because I can gather enough food and all that shit. That means also small game. If
Oh,
there is.
I never do any hunting.
It's not. We're not hunting for ourselves. We're hunting
you've
just to
got
offer to
rations.
the Emerald
Come
Maiden.
on.
We're hunting to offer to the Emerald Maiden.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm. I can do that. No problem.
So let us be on our way.
So, when we get outside,
Just-
I am buried.
I
The hammer. The
can't-
hammer is still there, right? And I can.
Yeah, everything's fine.
I'll dust it
Have
off.
Bellis
I'll make sure it's nice and.
say-
And then I wanna try.
Okay.
I'm just gonna set the hammer head down on the ground and step away. And I'm just gonna put my hand on the ground, and I'm going to try casting. I'm gonna cast that. I'm gonna try and draw power from the earth to bolster myself.
Okay. Yeah, you immediately become poisoned, but you have lots of temporary hit points now, so that's nice.
Okay, that doesn't.
Yeah, make a con save.
Okay, well,
Nice. Okay. You managed to put your hammer down and get like out of the garden before bleh! And then like a little dog comes up and just
oh, gross.
See? The dogs do it.
Yeah, I know. Dog, animal.
If it's good enough to be in your stomach the one time.
No, that's horrible.
That's awful. Oh my god. I'm gonna grab my hammer. Okay, so that
I'm
didn't.
I'll knock 5 off my healing pool and unpoison you. You get a head pat and you feel better.
Thank you.
Not the first time that I've done that
No.
for this party.
No,
Maybe
it's
the
not.
third time that I've burned 5 of my healing pool because someone needed to cast a goddamn magic spell.
Look, I wanted to see if it would work, and I would not get sick. But no, it doesn't like me either.
Well, that's that theory proven. Now, let us be on our way. We have rabbits to hunt.
I don't know. Dun, dun, dun.
Alright, so what exactly are you guys going to try and hunt?
Anything
On your
that's
way.
around. We don't really know the local wildlife.
Okay, one of you make a survival check. You can have advantage because presumably someone's assisting you.
Okay.
That someone
That's
obviously
Wow.
cannot be Tarnavak because you're staying behind.
Szooth will
He can
assist.
grab you a token, in fact.
Szooth does not have survival, but he does stealth really good and is an archer. Which I never understood why stealth cannot be used for hunting.
Because
22?
hunting is not sneaking up on the prey. Hunting is like finding the prey. And
I would
tracking
say
it.
hunting is finding the prey and sneaking up on the prey.
Hunt depends on the type of hunting because that's a lot of sitting perfectly still and waiting, and then you shoot it.
Yeah.
And
Unfortunately, not
sneaking
according
is
to
a
D&D.
part of it, but
It's not the whole of it, but
yeah,
I'd say
it's just one of the things where it it doesn't want to force you to make multiple rolls to accomplish one task, and they decided that finding the prey or finding a good place to set up a hide is the more important part. So that's what it actually gets the roll.
Jeez, Merz, you don't have to be so logical when you shut me down.
I kind of
Okay.
do.
I'm trying to make stealth be more OP. God, Merz, just let me get away with it.
No. So yeah, 22. Alright. Let's see. What's a good little critter to be living around here? Honey badger? No. No one would eat a honey badger.
No one wants
it would
to be
kill
offered
you
a
from
honey
the
badger.
inside.
No one wants to be offered a honey badger. Actually,
That's not true. I would fucking love
Yeah,
it if someone came and offered me a honey badger.
the dead carcass of
Hey.
honey badger being like, look, we did your
There.
land a favor.
Yeah, deer's land. Oh, I know. Wild mountain goats chilling around here. You find a big fat ram that's been living large off of the hills up here, and Ursula's able to drop it with relative ease. Just hurl a javelin off of some rocky outcropping down on it, and
No, I go full bear on it.
you gonna go melee the goat?
Yeah,
Oh God! Okay.
that's how she usually fucking hounds, man.
Death from above. You just fall on the thing, beat it to death.
Yeah, just
Crunch.
grab it by the neck and start strangling it, and you're breaking the neck. Make it
Alright,
easier.
so yeah, everyone's treated to horrible, panicked goat noises, and then
And then then there's nothing but
yeah, then
silence.
there's silence. And then Ursula comes back with a goat.
Terrible.
This is why Szooth does not protest his morning duties.
Well, we have our offering secured now.
I've only
Yeah.
ever had to hunt for food once, and it involved a lot less screaming.
It usually does. It usually does.
It makes me sad when I eat animals.
Then you probably should stop eating sad animals.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god!
I hadn't thought of that.
Barbarian logic.
Fucking
Fucking flawless.
Oh
Bellis
god!
will go back to standing around in awkward silence.
Zoof's not even gonna touch that one. We're gonna continue walking to the lake.
Alright.
So while we're walking, I'm gonna ask Cass. So what's got you so sad? You something
Huh?
set you off there in the bear.
No,
You
everything's
look real
fine. What are you talking about?
Well, it's a good thing my insight is terrible.
Nice. No,
Okay,
Cat.
it's fine. He's just a little sad he's not getting his cock right now.
Yeah, Cass must have just been horny for a minute. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Everyone else, however, can probably tell, Cassidy's fidgeting around something.
Szooth will hang back slowly.
And be like, Cassidy, is there something you wish to discuss?
No.
Come now, Cassidy. We're friends. How many life-harrowing adventures have we had? If I can jump into a mimic law for you, I think I can help you with whatever problem you might be facing.
Oh, Szooth, it's not a problem.
Oh?
It's just, oh. Cass is gonna do the little awkward scratching his own ear and wrap his tail around his leg. Say, it's just thinking about the War of Giants just always makes me sad. My dad died in that war before I even got a chance to meet him.
Oh, I see.
And the rest of you can hear this as well. Cass isn't whispering back to Szooth of that.
Oh, Cap.
I am sorry.
It's fine though. I don't want to be a downer about it. It was
Who
a
was your
long
dad?
time ago. Sir Samuel Leofric, Knight of the Order of the Lion. He bravely rode out with the Duke of Pergolith to meet the invading hordes, and in his first battle he perished.
Ah, yes, Sir Samuel. I read about him. He was infamous for his eye patch and his penchant for cussing.
What?
Maybe I should have called him Jackson. Then the joke would have flown over more easy.
I got it.
I'm gonna pick up Cassidy and give him a big.
Ah!
Don't worry, Cassidy. You should be proud of your dad. I'm sure he went down in a blaze of glory and in a pile of slain giants at his.
Oh, he did. He did. He saved the Duke's life, apparently.
And you should be proud of him.
I am. Doesn't mean I'm not sad that I never got to, meet him, though.
Well, I have a question. Aren't like the gods supposed to be like always somewhere around that area or something like that? And you like ask them like, hey, can I talk to my dad?
It doesn't really work like that, Ursula.
Why?
I don't know. Ask the gods.
Well, I can't. That's why I have to ask you to ask them.
Well, I can't either. They don't listen to my prayers. At least, not usually. I'll kind of glance over at Hashat. Specifically, like, way up at Hashat. Bueno. No, I don't know how the gods, why they do or don't answer prayers. It's not for us to know, I guess.
Well, have you tried asking several times until they answer you?
I feel like that's a good way to get smote.
Well, that would be dedication, wouldn't it?
I suppose. I mean, I could also try necromancy if I want to be that dedicated.
Well, let's not do that.
No. No. Rachel's over.
It was a
still holding the
joke.
goat. She is still holding the goat. She reaches over and smacks the backs of his head.
Ah! Oh, now there's blood in my hair.
No.
It was a
No
joke.
necromancy.
Gross. Can we please hurry along?
Yeah.
They were walking. I'm walking
Normal,
here.
do people walk this slowly back where you're from?
Ah, yes.
Just
Very
points
much
at
so.
her legs.
I'm... Even the short people run far... Oh, goodness. Never mind. I suppose you're a lot heavier than them, and mostly pure muscle.
I
Yes.
think
The goat isn't slowing me down, though. Don't worry.
Alright, so these boats.
Yeah, you find a couple of rowboats parked on the edge of the
Oh
lake.
boy.
Yeah, they're very small. Like, there's barely enough room for 4 people to squeeze in, and with 5 of you, someone's gonna have to sit on somebody's lap. So
Okay,
there's,
so it's like
6
it's
of
2
you.
per.
Spoiler
Is it
alert! Is Cass
Is it
gonna
two
wear
per
pants
boat?
when he sat in someone's lap?
No.
He doesn't wear
Say the
pants at
question
all.
is like 2 or 3 per boat, you say?
Yeah, it's 4 per boat, but you can fit the whole party in one if you wanna, squeeze.
I don't know, there's a lot of
No, we have
Hashat.
this. We have this goat. And it's like, all right. By the way, I give the goat to Bellis. Say, here, hold this.
Oh, gross.
You now have a goat.
Well, Tarnavak isn't here, so somebody has to hold it. And so start getting the cork out, start, like wrapping Hashat. Noticing that Hashat is way fucking bigger. Like,
Yeah, I don't
we're
think
gonna need a
that
lot
cork.
more.
Don't think that's gonna help anymore because I'm a lot bigger than I.
Always something.
Surely
Always
you,
something.
surely you already have more than enough additional flotation.
you have
No.
never seen her touch the water.
I really don't.
I've
know
never
the
seen
water.
any of you touch the water.
When we say she sings like a rock, we do not mean that metaphorically.
And in all fairness, you haven't seen me in the water either, because I avoid it like the plague.
No, I have seen you in the water. Remember
Well, you
Death
haven't-
Island?
You haven't seen me try to not swim.
I wonder if you've
I
just
thought you-
assumed you can't. Never tried to swim. There's a paddly part of the lake. Although I suppose you've got things to do instead of learn swimming.
Yes.
I did know how to swim.
Did you forget when you picked up the hammer?
No, it just doesn't work anymore.
Did you forget when you became Muria?
No.
No one wondered who I was until I picked up the hammer.
I've
So,
tried.
no,
I've
but-
tried. No, I've tried.
That's
Swimming,
unfortunate.
doesn't work.
I'm
Well,
sorry to hear
at
that.
least think positive. At least it will help you a little bit, so you won't sink as fast.
Oh,
I don't mind waist-high water. That's fine. Although my waist is higher now.
Yeah, your waist is like shoulder level now, or like, no wait, like on the boob level of what it was before.
It's hard to tell from my perspective.
I can punch you right now really
Actually,
easily.
waist high. Actually,
Hashat.
waist high is shoulder height from where she. Judging by this picture I have.
Alright, so is it going to be 3 to a boat now?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
Bellis
Three
is
for
going to
each
have
boat.
to,
So-
row 2 boats back, time together, but that's fine.
It's
it's
easy.
cool. She will do it quicker than traveling with you guys.
Well, I mean, there's Bellis and
no. It's just
Where's
Bellis.
Alice?
Alicia stayed at the
And-
keep.
oh, she did. Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
She stayed with her father.
oh.
Oh.
Okay. I just assumed she was
Okay.
also coming.
Okay, so let's see. Hashat, Cassidy, Goat.
I don't want to sail with a goat.
You're not gonna sail with a goat. It's a rowboat.
I don't want to be in the boat with the goat.
It's not going to take that long.
It stinks.
It's a goat. Goat stinks.
Yeah, I don't want to be with it.
I think it smells quite delectable.
Yeah.
Well, then you fucking row with it.
Well, alright.
No, I need to row. Hashat needs to row. You're gonna be in the boat. Okay, fine. Scaredy cat. So, Hashat, Cassidy, Szooth. And then
Sure.
Bellis, Goat, and me.
Bellis will look so sad. But she won't argue. She's just like, please, people.
Please, foreigners, go away.
The sooner this is over, the sooner there isn't a goat in this boat.
A goat in the
Okay, so-
boat.
Right, let's get going then.
Yeah, let's
Goat in.
go. I mean, I can row. I just can't.
Alright.
Just as long as
So, you can all see the island from the lake shore. It's a small affair. Probably.
Race
what?
ya.
Yeah, like, just.
Oh, I don't want to do that on a boat.
It's like a third of a kilometer long, but it's quite hilly and leading up to some very large trees at the top, which you quickly make your way to. Doot, doot. As soon as you land on the other shore, though, you all feel a tingle of power in the air, like a constant static charge that makes your hair on your arms stand on end. Something mighty
Oh,
lives
no.
here.
Oh no. It's a poof bear.
That should be the feeling of the deity that we are approaching.
Quite well. It looks like you've expanded.
So
Yeah.
you-
Must
Okay.
really be powerful to just feel her all the way.
Well, she's supposed
This
to be a
island-
deity, and she's been left alone here for, like, what is it, like, 1,000 years? So she just gotten stronger, maybe?
Well, this
I don't know.
island is her place of power.
And she's a dryad, not a nymph.
No.
Remember that.
Not a what?
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 She's
What?
a dryad, not a nymph.
Let's go.
The difference is
Come on,
academic.
come on.
Alright, alright.
We've-
I want to
we've-
leave. This place is great.
Well, outside's great too, and we got stuff to do.
Oh, you're right. You've got your kids. I'm not gonna complain too much, I guess.
Suddenly a shot. Oh fuck, my kids!
Yeah, I want to go back. I want to see them before they hatch, or maybe be there when they hatch, or not long after.
So,
Indeed.
the party begins to ascend the hill.
I just mentioned towards Bellis that, like, well, it's good to know that they
Oh god.
beat a, what's it
Hey,
called?
look who it is.
Right. Tell the story that Hashat actually gave birth before entering here, and it had been like
So,
half a day.
you're starting to tell the story when you arrive at the top of the hill, and you see singular amongst the trees there is a massive oak tree just looming over the rest of the island in its majesty, and standing before it is a massive woman, taller than Hashat and just as curvy, with
Hello.
emerald green skin and flowing locks of red hair like leaves in change. She smiles beatifically at you as you approach, leaning back against the trunk of her tree. Well, our new arrivals. Hello there.
Ah, hello there.
Ah, and a gift for me, is it? She will
Yeah,
take
we
a
got presents
great
for you.
step forward, and she will put out a hand, and Szooth, you go whoop, right up into her.
No, no,
Oh, this is my life now.
no.
Such a precious little thing. Oh,
Ah,
I
wait,
shall
wait.
cherish
No,
him
no.
forever.
No.
Oh.
Szooth is not the.
I'm. I see. Maybe we should have actually kept the goat alive.
I don't know the customs.
We tried to bring you an offering, a hunted goat. I did not think you wanted it alive.
Goats are nice. Their lifeblood will sustain me. But you, tiny thing. Oh, you can sustain me so very well.
I'm afraid you mean that in a more voracious way.
Oh, I am very voracious all of a sudden.
My name is Szooth, the Sunwalker. I am here with my friends here to find a way out of the map for now.
You wish to leave?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Only
that
temp-
won't do. It
You
is
see, we
so
all-
long that I have waited here for a party of adventurers to wander into my map. 1,000 years. Longer than that, even.
Oh, well, you see, we of course want to come back. We have conversations to have with the Baron.
I mean, if it's any consolation, we do intend to return.
Yes, very much so. If you wish for company and stories to tell, once we conclude our business out on the surface, we can easily come back. I have many tales and histories to regale you with if you're interested.
Oh, my sweet little kobold. He'll pick you up and you're just like hanging an inch off of her palms, levitating in the air. She brings you up to her face. Your whole body is like the size of her head. My sweet little dragon spawn, I don't give a shit about your stories.
No.
I care that you're adventurers, heroes, mercenaries, whatever you want to call yourselves. I need you. I have waited so long.
If you're not here for our stories, then you of course must request our services.
Oh yes. I need your help most desperately.
Oh yeah? Help with what?
I see. Tit for tat, so they say on the surface world. Very well then. What shall be your task required of us?
For 1,000 years and more, I have been isolated in this place, stuck with these humans, wolves, lizard folk, agonizing as the world passes me by, separated from my sisters, separated from the very earth that was my roots. I want to go home, little kobold.
You mean leave the map?
That, my dear, is impossible.
Oh. Well, what are you, suggesting then?
I need this map
Undo the
to
map.
end.
Oh. 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 You're asking for a big favor here.
But one you can accomplish. The only creatures that have entered this map, in all the centuries since it was created, have been pathetic, drooling wizards slobbering over themselves with their impotent spells, unable to do anything. But
Yes. Talk dirty to me.
You have steel and fist. You have a giant fucking hammer and a big mace covered in ice. You can kill some lizard folk and get us the hell out of here.
Wait.
Is that what's sticking you here?
Wait.
Is the lizard folk?
They don't know it. They don't understand it.
They got some kind of big old relic, don't
The lizard folk make their keep in the old barrows, where the Baron's clan once buried their dead, including the key to getting out of here.
Oh. I would have never known the lizard folk to have such a thing. Of
What
course,
is
the
it?
A would not know their its own value themselves.
Yeah, what is this thing they got?
I have no idea, but I know. Deep in my heart, I feel it in my roots, that whatever our binder had on him, he must have had some way to undo this map. But the fool died before he could release us.
Well, I suppose my question is, if we release the map, will the people be fine? In fact, it would be
That's
a
a good question.
to see if the people would even want to leave the map.
Of course
I'm
they
sure
want
they
to
would.
leave.
I mean, I can see no argument as why not, other than the
But
fact that they
the
have their
prob-
small community.
But the problem is whether or not they would come out okay. Would the whole town just burst out, or would the people just appear, or what would go on?
I have no
We
idea.
would-
I'm not a wizard.
Well,
I hope
definitely have
they'll be fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not heartless. I have been caring for them like a mother hen for centuries. But I don't know how this map works. I only know that whoever created it must have had some way to undo it, and safely, or else he would just have been
Probably.
damning his own people to death.
And it's
And
somewhere down
again.
where the lizard folk.
He was buried there, shortly before the lizard folk made it their home.
Okay.
I doubt young Bellis here remembers the stories, but centuries ago I convinced the Baron of that time to begin a war of conquest, to retake the Barrows. The population took centuries to recover.
They were
As strong as they are, the warriors of this village are at a stalemate with the predators that lurk. And truth be told, I am obligated to keep it that way. I cannot interfere on either side.
So you need someone to do your dirty work for you. Well, that sounds alright.
I would prefer it if you did not exterminate the lizard folk, but yes. They are as mindless as their kin is wont to be, and will not be dissuaded from their occupation.
Just beat the shit out of them, take their thing, figure it out.
I suppose if this is to be our conquest before we can be let out of the map, then it shall be so.
Or,
I mean, could
Or
we be
we
let
can
out first
specific-
and prepare for this?
yeah,
We
we're
can
like,
bring extra weapons, extra tools.
and somebody who actually dislikes
have-
down there.
Give us a
They
chance
have
to
left
fucking
the
level up.
They have left a companion here, so I suppose there's no risk in them, my lady, leaving.
Oh, I'm well aware. I'll let you leave. By some grace of the gods, I have the power yet to open a portal back, though only briefly, and neither I nor anyone born of this place can leave through it.
Such a strange
What?
magic put upon the land indeed. But we shall
You've never
work to
heard of
do-
anything like this.
But we shall work to unravel it. So if for nothing else that the people can gain some modicum of freedom, perhaps we might not even need to destroy the map, but make a portal so simply people can come and go as they please.
Well, there's no telling what those lizard folk have down in their barrows.
Indeed.
Who knows what kind of magical wonder they've got down there.
And alas, they have encased themselves in the stone of that place. I can sense them only faintly. Their movements and their power are obscure to me. But I have every confidence that a group of heroes like yourself will be able to overcome. You are strong. I can sense great and powerful souls amongst you, just yearning for the chance to release, to grow into heroes.
Aw,
Let this
why
be
thank
your
you.
first step in your legacy.
Flattery will get you everywhere, you Green Maiden.
Well, I don't know about heroes, but I do. But getting stronger does sound.
She will grin and she will just softly stroke Szooth's scales. Oh, such a soft little puppy.
Well, Szooth is fine with this, considering now he is sure that he's not going to be eaten.
Oh no. I won't be the one doing any eating when I'm through with you. But that's for later.
Okay.
So, I have a question. How are they raising the undead?
Yeah, that's a good question. Could be the same thing.
There's a powerful
could be a-
undead that walks among them. A wight. Being of cunning intelligence and great age. It has long been my nemesis in power. Nearly my equal. Not for its own strength, but for a magical artifact it carries. It creates more of its own kind.
Better go with. Well, better bring some holy water back.
We'll make sure to mount a proper raid for this. Us right to
could
brighten
bring-
your way.
So, remember, we actually have somebody who really is good at, taking out the undead.
Of course. Exactly what I mean.
Not. Yeah. Well. I wonder how much of Nahia's strength would be able to be used.
Fuck that. My goddess can't hear me here. I ain't coming back here. Are you fucking crazy? You're like, oh, so Nahia the Paladin. Magic doesn't work here and the gods can't hear you. I'll be like, well, fuck this place.
I mean, smites could probably work just fine.
For
Smites
what goddess?
Yeah, smites are empowered by goddess. That's not something you just do.
You just have to go. You just have to go in with your charged up, and just not use up your battery before you get into fight with the white.
I mean, clearly what you do is actually.
I get one of my slots back, which is a warlock slot, but I don't know that I could use that shit for holy powers when my goddess isn't here to hear them.
Does your smite run out on your weapon if you let go of your weapon?
Yes, if I do things like have a. In fact, well, Paladin smites you just trigger when you hit, so I can't lose them, quote unquote. Anyway,
because it's like if you could just charge smites on your stick, it sticks, and then just bring them out. The smiting sticks.
You're gonna have a one hell of a fucking persuasion test ahead of you to get her to leave the voice of her goddess and roam into a place when there are kids around.
I'm joking. I'm just joking because I don't think that's how smites actually work. But I love to see the bag.
Place.
I love to see the golf bag of smiting sticks. You get your different irons for specific smites when you got to really whack one out.
Yeah. No, this is my level 3 smite. These are my level 2 smites.
But yeah, no. We're probably not going to able to bring Nahia back, but we should be leaving so we can level up and then come back and deal with whites. I wasn't even thinking about leveling up because I just resigned my fate to be level 4 forever. Wait, we're level 3, aren't we? Oh no, we're level 4.
We're level 4.
You're about to be level 5.
We have enough XP for 5.
What do I get at level 5? Let me check.
Extra attack for me. Fuck yes.
What to?
For me, I'll get one of my level 3 abilities. At least one of them.
Oh shit! I get uncanny dodge. That will increase my life expectancy by a lot.
I won't get much out of my next level, honestly. At least not in here.
Get uncanny dodge and another sneak attack dice. I'm for
Won't
it.
get a proficiency bonus at least.
Oh yeah, double that proficiency bonus. Be even a greater sneaker. All right, so yeah.
And more hit points. Would be nice.
Oh, that's what she meant. Well, if I have to. I'm an expert in digging in more ways than one.
Ugh. How would you like a trap in your cabin?
Oh my god.
Gonna do some spelunking. Alright, anyway.
I think that you're mispronouncing spelunking there, Nahia. No.
The caverns of my native homeland were wet and damp and cramped. I shall be at home.
My god.
You're gonna lose Szooth inside of a giant woman.
And thus Szooth founded a kobold colony, the Green Maiden Squam.
They say that our people have lived in these caves for generations after generation. Every year you must rub the walls to receive a great heat.
All you do is just fap into the walls and more kobolds pop out.
This here is the capstone of our entire civilization. We call it the edge of the world where light comes in, and a great bright jewel hangs above its entrance. But one must be careful to avoid the mighty waterfall.
It's great. It's great.
I can't handle it.
I'm just gonna give myself inspiration for that one.
Go ahead. Alright, anyway, yeah, so the Green Maiden is going to open a portal in her tree, and you guys can leave now. Goodbye.
Okay.
Go away.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Alright, as she is stepping back and opening up a glistening vortex in her tree, Cassidy is going to run over and give Bellis a big hug. Thank you for helping us.
It was my pleasure.
Yes, indeed,
To
Bellis.
help.
We shall return. I hope when we return that we get to meet you once again.
I would suspect so, unless you're gone forever. I'll just be back at town instead of out hunting, I suppose.
No, we'll be like a week or something.
Okay.
Oh, and if I may so ask, please do not tell your townsfolk until we manage to secure the item in question. It's not because I wish to keep them secret from them. I simply wish to not give them false hope. Nothing
That's fine. I wouldn't think of saying anything that was spoken in the conference of the lady.
Thank you. Once we secure, we can work out things and make sure that this is something that your people want, and we're not just simply intruding on their freedoms.
But my freedoms.
But, until we return, it has been a pleasure, Bellis.
Yes,
Your people
take
are
care.
wonderful and remarkable.
I will be sure to let them know.
I put the goat down the door and just slap her shoulder like, you're a good person.
Yes, thank you.
Bellis hates you all so much.
I love it.
She is like the fucking the prime example of that monk who goes monster hunting out in the woods, spends a long time away from people.
I wonder why. Nobody knows. We can't figure it out.
Yeah, but
That's-
I just...
God, we'd see her only but once a week, but now we see her once a month if we're lucky, and she's always grouchy on those days. Obviously it's a time of the month. No, she just hates humanity now.
Obviously, she just hasn't been
So
in
worse
the
again.
parties.
Yeah, but Ursula was carrying the goat, she just put it down, walked over. Platon's just like, you're a good person, just walks up.
Now
Great.
you have a goat.
Thank you.
Did Ursula get your goat?
Yeah.
Alright, and so we will swap back over to the rest of the world. Naya, what have you been up to all this time?
Well,
Giving birth?
Yeah, that
there
was the
was
thing
some-
that happened.
Some birthing happened, and I've been looking after eggs. I may have taken a brief step down to the basement with the archer dude to just like kill a few bugs, but we haven't moved past like the front floor stairs because that seems like otherwise party going kind of shit.
Yeah, you went
Oh,
down
it's
there
dark in
and there were some giant bugs. It was a bad time.
Yeah, we shot like some at the entrance, like killed things that came to us, then went, we'll finish this off later with a group of people, and left again.
Yeah, so I guess you're probably like downstairs chilling like in the guest quarters with Tycon, maybe enjoying a nice game of checkers or whatever. And then you hear
Oh, okay, and let's see, am I being owned?
roll
again?
intelligence. I have a stat block for this nerd. Let me see. He's any good. Nice.
Oh, that was on Nahia's sheet though, so it's fine. I mean, we're both doing shit, so it's okay.
Yeah, you're both playing amateur level, and the board is just like impatiently resetting every 5 minutes as you flail at each other. Don't worry,
Yeah.
you're progressively getting better. If you want to put like 2 days towards chess proficiency or whatever.
Sure, gaming set board. I'll add that in.
Yeah,
There's
gaming set
progress.
board. Anyway, so as you're in the midst of playing a game, you hear a boom from upstairs, and the whole tower kind of vibrates slightly.
Well, I hope that means the back. Shall we go and see? And I've got like
Hey, Naya, where are you?
Oh, I believe that is my companions. They've returned to us. Well,
Except
it is
for
certainly a
Tarnavak.
good thing.
And yeah, a few moments later, the rest of the party comes charging downstairs.
Sans Tarnavak.
Yeah, sans Tarnavak. Bye, dude. See you later.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm no longer fat.
Oh, that's great. Are the eggs still eggs?
They will be until at least afternoon for you, and a little bit later for mine.
Oh, great. Hey, Naya, I have a present for you.
Okay.
You might find someone you can sell these to. I'll give her the box of ancient gold coins.
Blit.
They're like
Man, I wish I could
over
stop
1,000 years old or something. Some
said
collector
like
might want.
even
Shit,
more.
I don't.
They were even older than that.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Remember,
who's
they
Szooth
were-
shooting?
Sorry. Oh wow, I did not mean to click that.
just
She
as
hands up the
Cassidy's like,
box of money
Nahia,
and I'm
I want a hug. Just right in the back of the head.
Get down, Mr. President.
No, I did not mean to do that at all. Jesus fuck.
Don't you mean?
He wouldn't
down,
die to 13. He's finally got enough levels to take one of those hits.
You're right. He would have 2 hit points left.
That.
Get down, Meowster President.
No, it's terrible.
Get down, Mr. President. President. There you go. You missed that third pun. Alright. Fuck. I can certainly try and do something with this, sure. How was your time in the paper?
Oh, it was cool. We saw humans, I guess. They all punch really good and kick really good too.
Okay,
They don't have any weapons, so they'd learn how to punch and kick really. There's
okay.
no magic allowed inside. That doesn't work. It makes you sick. There's lizard folk. They're real mean.
Okay. What gods do they worship there?
They worship a giant green woman, a dryad, I think.
Giant
okay.
green woman, you say? Tell me more.
She has a thing for Szooth.
Damn,
it's
she's
just
a
because-
scaly.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, it looks like someone has struck out, and I wiggle my tail.
I feel oddly offended.
Always striking out.
I take it by the fact that you do not look like you're covered in sexual effluvia that there were no elves in the end.
Hashat will just slump and look supremely disappointed, both in herself and also at the map. No, just humans. I didn't even get to join in the party that everyone threw.
They threw a party without you? What the fuck, guys?
Yeah, they have this thing where they don't allow weapons inside the town, and I just couldn't let go of my hammer. I just didn't want to leave it behind.
She was punched many a times.
That's how I learned that they punch really good. I snuck into town. They threw a party.
Yeah, and
that
Hashat
was-
tried to sneak into town, and
With
then
booze
a bunch
and
of fighters
smokes
jumped her
and
and they punched her
girls
into
and-
unconsciousness.
It would have been so
Ugh.
good.
Yeah,
But other than that, they're
I
real
knew about
friendly.
it.
Everyone in there was
Okay.
super nice.
You're not painting a perfect picture of them. Also, where's Tarnavak?
Oh, he wanted to stay for a while.
You're fucking joking.
Yeah, you know
No,
those
they
stories
are
about a dryad, like,
books.
keeping a guy for a year and a day if you look at them funny? Tarnavak's her sex slave now.
Oh.
No, he stayed at the castle with the books because he's a nerd.
God, I can't even get a joke out.
No. It was a nice attempt, though. I believed it for almost half a second before Hashat started talking.
Sorry.
A rumph.
Well, come, your eggs are warm and they're safe. You should give them a hold.
I would like to hold them. Where are they?
I will
indicate
I will indicate my arms, and in them I have like 3 eggs that are just sort of like crooked and held against underboob, and I'm just wearing like a really casual shirt. There's some plate mail randomly strewn on a bed around here.
Ooh, I'll take one. I'll take 2. Wait, which ones are mine?
And come on now, I'm sure you can tell. These ones, and I will point at 2 of them, way bigger.
Oh, okay. I'll take those 2. I'll pick those up. Oh, did they get bigger, or are they still the same size?
They're the same size.
Okay.
But
Oh
you're
yeah,
right,
by the way.
they are significantly larger, like by an inch or so, than Nahia's egg,
Oh.
because you are fucking enormous.
Despite the fact that you had to pack in 2, you have a much larger anal cavity.
I mean, yes, I guess I do. Oh, by the way, we also do get paid for this tower being here.
Excellent.
Ursula's
Yeah,
got
no,
a
I see that.
lockbox. No, we found the Magister's staff. Remember, the apprentice said we could have him? Have it? Or some of it.
All right, the actual Magister's for reals lockbox was stored here. So it was stored in the map.
Well, we found a lockbox up in there. We didn't open it
I
though. We
took
wanted
it with me
Yeah, we took
because Matt got interested, so I took it with me for later. So
That
still have it.
sounds. Yeah, well then, let's take a look at it. I'll call up our lovely guest, and I'll do the usual nudge the link pal and tell her that they're back and they brought a magic box that might have all the fucking money.
Yeah. Ashker will come up momentarily.
Yep, they'll never fall from there. They lost. In fact, you might lose your children. They'll hatch and you won't even know for like a year.
They're not squished down in there.
Well, no, they'll just like gently like you'll clop one step too hard. There'll be a boob quake and then they'll disappear like a city that falls into into an undercover mine. It'd be like Silent Hill, but titties.
I mean, I can get behind that.
I'm pretty sure someone's gone far and ahead away already drawn Silent Hill. But
Oh,
titties.
I mean, I've seen Silent Hill porn.
I've seen
mostly pyramid head raping things.
Mostly
let's be
Pyramid
honest.
Head lady. Yeah,
I've
I've seen that.
seen
Actually.
mostly the nurses, but
Oh, that too.
I want to roll my hit dice.
Well, it's not time to level up yet.
No, don't roll your hit
Finger.
dice these
I mean,
days.
if you push the hit dice button, I'm counting it no matter what. So it's up to you if
It
you want to
itches.
roll it now or later.
These here don't roll. Just
I
take
want to
average
roll it.
ones.
I want to roll it.
I don't believe you.
He's goading you.
Shit.
Shit!
Lucky.
I'm not doing
Yeah,
it. I
now you
refuse.
still have less hit points than everyone else.
Well, I'm a kobold. What do you expect?
Honestly, the
No,
fact
you're
that your
DC.
con is +0 is impressive.
Yeah, no,
Right,
you're a
right.
red stalwart kobold.
Yes,
So big and strong and
but-
tough.
Nice.
So we're gonna have to get spellcast going.
Oh,
Buy
shit!
a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Szooth, come on, we gotta go. It's way past noon.
Indeed, time for us to
Ah.
start spellcast.
We'll tune in on our magical sets over here. I guess we can watch from a window.
Wait, could you pick the lock on this box before? Oh, they're gone.
It is okay. Didn't you say that there was a key with the staff?
Oh yeah, that's right. Ashker will
got
pat
it.
herself down. Ah, here we go. Click, click. She will flip the box open, revealing cobwebs.
Son
There's
of a
nothing
bitch.
in there.
There's no money?
Was Rajit broke? That can't... She starts reaching in there, clawing at the bottom, trying to find a, hidden bottom.
Is there no hidden
A
box?
compartment.
No.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
No.
I detect magic on the box.
Alright, the box is faintly magical.
Of course, but I take it then is... Well, okay,
Wait.
the box itself has some magic. Is there an illusion?
I
Disbelieve
have a
that the
question.
box is empty, my dear.
You're right, he couldn't have been broke. Son of a
Huh.
bitch. Alright, Ashker will attempt an intelligence saving throw.
Holy blat.
Then reach in there and she will pull out a small satchel full of coins.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
Thank
I
fuck.
thought I heard
That's a
voice
sneaky
in it.
little trick there. I like that.
That is some cunning bullshit, though. I'm going to want one of those later.
Well, just become a Lord Magister and you can have this one.
That
Toss the
sounds
box
an
over
awful
his
lot
shoulder.
like... I do not know. Is a warlock qualified?
Sure, why not? As long as you cast spells.
I can, and not many spells, but actually I was wondering if I could spend a week or so here, really working on that. I've got to do some practice for Ravenquin.
Sure, I see no reason why not.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hurrah! My
so-
spell slots are second level. My smites are good.
Okay, so how much is in it there, sack? Because I heard money in it when I shook it before.
Yeah, so Ashker will pull out the sack and upend its contents into her palm, where she has a small pile of platinum and a handful of gemstones. Oh, Rashid was holding out on me.
Oh.
Go figure.
Well, at least you're not broke anymore.
Yeah, I can pay the help. Speaking of paying the help, what does
I'll
a
manage that
mercenary
shit.
go for these days?
Well, that job is technically still unfinished.
And if you want to,
Let's have some sit down geomancy.
How much are we looking at here?
there's probably like 30 pieces of platinum and a couple of gemstones worth 25 to 30 GP each.
1 platinum for each of our party, and we'll call it good. That looks like a pretty decent amount for going around and killing some traps.
Done deal.
Yeah, we'll take a little bit more after the bug infestation has been dealt with.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not taking a platinum for the whole fucking thing. Obviously, I'm going to ask for
Yeah,
money
I
after we've
was
done
aware.
actual monster fighting. When it comes down to it, the only thing we fought was a mimic and a couple of CR half creatures that were armor.
You didn't
The
get
rest- the
stuck
rest-
in a room.
That was your own
You didn't
fucking
get stuck
stupid
in a
fault.
room full
We
of
even knew they
poison and
existed.
flames.
We even knew. Okay, I admit that you guys went through some harrowing shit, but all things told, that's not.
Yeah, you don't get
Oh.
danger pay for shooting yourself in the
For
foot.
danger you put yourself through, yeah. All things considered, the fights that we were in were pretty much great, and the only reason the Mimic was a threat is because Cassidy climbed ass first into it, because Savin let the Catboy go near it before the rest of us, and our jaded Mimic paranoia could stab it with a weapon.
I mean, have you ever seen how much adventurers break the economy? I'm sure we just get like danger pay every time we're paid out.
That's fate giving us danger pay, but on this occasion, I'm not going to shtup her over this. I'll take a plat, and we'll take more for like actually clearing out the death infestation underneath the tower.
Yeah.
Because that's probably going to be a lot of monster killing.
Half now, half later.
Nah.
So yeah, everyone can mark a platinum. Tarnavak, you might as well just put it on your sheet for record keeping.
Yeah, I put it in my accounts book. My delightfully copied in an even shinier book accounts book.
Nice.
And yeah, those of you who want to level up here, you may do so if you are a spellcasting class of a arcane origin. Your cost of leveling up is reduced to 0 while you are in the tower.
Shit.
You do still need to pay lifestyle costs, however.
That is fine. What kind of lifestyle does this tower count as?
If you just hang out in the tower, it is a average
Question?
lifestyle. Yes.
Does
Fuck that,
Arcane
I'm
Trickster
gonna
count?
You can go half. Since you are.
You see, I
like
wanted
the
you to say
third
yes,
cast.
just so I can say fuck you. I'll pay the whole, just not to be counted as a mage.
You can pay the whole.
Nice.
That's fine. I don't give a shit.
Of course, I will help you pay the whole. Keeps half.
That sounds like a thing that would happen. So yeah, the tower itself is an average lifestyle. You can upgrade pretty easily to an aristocratic lifestyle. Hang out in the tower, since there are maids and magical accoutrements to supplant yourselves with. You can have 2 cute cat girls, massaging you and giving you baths, and Milfy Anubis making you delicious foods.
I could certainly get around
this
with that.
sounds really good.
Also, Merz is trying to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Savin, since I'm somewhere where like everyone is actually martial, do I get a reduction as well?
Yes. Unfortunately, punch kicking is not 100% overlap with sword and board, so you will be able to pay 50%.
What about the Duke, though? The Baron. Baron's the sword.
Isn't he a sword guy? And
He
I'm sure he'd
is.
love the chance to swing a sword around again.
He is. He's probably the one actually training you, but unfortunately, he's one dude and not like he's not like a 20th level fighter just rocking up like, "What up, bitch?" He's like a 2 or 3 hit die
Levels.
guy.
Yeah, like level 3 or 4.
I would like to not irradiate, reiterate that he is that Tarnavak is a samurai which is a lot of philosophy and physical training in itself. Not only punch kicking, and they're monks.
Yeah,
We
like I
do
said,
have the
it's
weakness overlap.
it's a compatible enough thing that you are reducing your training cost by half.
Alright, thank you. So
And
that
I
would
pay
be
full.
105 silver.
And oh yeah, Cassidy even gets to level up.
So,
Yeah,
you know
and
what? It's
I
gonna
pay
be-
full, which is 280 gold, or what was it?
210.
Silver, not gold.
Yeah, it takes 7 days and it costs 30 per day.
Yes, 22. Dun dun. And then change experience to
And just making sure, simple calculation. A gold is worth 10 silver, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I really.
Cassidy gets a bard college.
Mm.
So, Hashat, you're closest to Cassidy. Do you think he should be a college of glamour or college of lore bard?
Glamour. He's a slut.
That's true.
no, not
I don't know. Which one? What were they again?
Glamour is like fey magic with lots of charms and stuff, and lore is the nerd bard like Frida.
Hmm.
Oh, look
he
at that
is
10 stealth.
pretty nerd.
I think he'd be a lore one.
Okay. And so it shall be.
I'm really tempted to just go hard and just like affluent lifestyle and just try to just live it up, but that's dangerous.
Oh, goodness. No, I mean, Nahi is just looking for whichever fucking number of these supplements named Warlock supplement actually has the fucking Raven Queen in it.
None of the supplements, it's the unearthed.
Sorry, yes, I meant to say UA, but like I've got ones that are like subclasses, Warlock subclasses,
Give
and
me
one
just
called
a
Warsav.
sec. I was looking at it earlier. There you are. It's that one.
File not found.
Yeah, that's not good. It's fine. I have them by their real names as PDFs because of course I do. So I'm just have to find which one has
Warlock
it in.
and Wizard.
Warlock and Wizard. Top.
Da.
I don't know why
Excellent.
that file doesn't. Why that link doesn't work for you.
Eh.
Oh, Savin,
Mm-hmm.
now that I'm back on the fucking surface and shit,
Oh yeah. The weapon.
did that
Yeah,
go
that is a good
Yeah,
point.
does that go
So,
through?
I guess as soon as Ursula popped back into reality as we understand it, your mind was overwhelmed with a distinct and sudden rush of knowledge. You have a powerful urge to go over here.
To Caramon?
To this little island over yonder.
It's little island over
Where are
yonder.
you pointing? Oh, far left of Anders Bay.
And you should be able to just follow the little arrow.
Oh, there. Oh, wow. That's a long ass fucking way.
Actually, now that we're on the map, there's actually 2 big lakes.
No, there's one.
No, there's 2.
Yes, but in the southernmost peninsula. This is not the southernmost.
Can we get like a world map?
It's one of these two for sure, because these are the
Okay.
2 peninsulas jutting out from the
Okay.
from what was Valand and Minotha.
Okay, so one of these 2. It was on the shore. It was on the shore of one of these lakes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pick some cool
There we go.
level 2 warlock shit. By some, I mean cool level 2 warlock.
I get actually, you know what? I get a 3rd level spell slot.
Huh, I could take spiritual weapon. That seems kind of pointless. It's one of the few things that I would consider taking as a paladin, 2nd level spell.
Oh wait, I wonder, are there any 3rd level spells in my custom spell list that I might be able to take? Oh. I think there must have been something. Wait.
Oh, I know what I'll take. It's DCL's favorite spell, Misty Step.
You know, after all the fan service I got today, you can't even get me mad.
That's true. You're right. I just bad War of a Duck's back
Ooh.
time.
Oh wait, why is that a 4th level spell? Is Fireball a 4th level spell?
Duh.
No.
Fireball is 3rd.
Oh, that's right. I made this a 4th level spell because it does something other than just doing raw damage. Okay, it's a 4th level spell. I'll get you one day, Stalagmite. I will. Wait, I thought I had a. Oh, there it is. Diamond Burst. It is a fireball spell. It is just a big crystal explosion. Oh God, there's 3 for 3rd level spells in this list I made. Oh my God. Okay. Commune with
Oh,
the
that's your own fault.
earth is a 3rd level spell, but also is enrich earth. Ooh.
So while you're dealing with that, let me do a quick aside with Cassidy and Szooth.
Ooh,
Because you guys are going to go spellcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to actually not have to shout cast right now, just because I'm eating.
Well, yeah, no, that's fine. But it is worth figuring out which of these 2 nerds is going to win. So when you arrive, they're probably already fighting because like the appointed time has come and gone. But they're just getting started. Let me grab the other token here.
Yeah, Szooth's going to set up his magical screen and apologize for being late. But now he's broadcasting live.
Yeah, surely everything up until now is just a warm-up. Now's when it gets fun.
It isn't a party until Szooth is here.
All right. Whoop. Just gonna pop open a couple character sheets real quick, and let's see how quickly these 2 can obliterate each other. Do. Let's see. All right. So, do. Boop.
Ooh, Osmond. He's looking for some pay.
Yeah, all right. He is ready to go. Let me pull these stat blocks up here. All right, Osmond, what is the most potent thing you have? All right, yeah, he's going to open up with the big cone of cold. Just try and blast his opponent. 5th level, boom, big damage.
3-1.
Let's see. Big damage that is significantly reduced on his opponent. So, let's see. She had... Bloop. And, yeah, his opponent, the Archmage Kisera, is just wearing like this tight-fitting leather corset that pushes up a rather generous bosom and has a bunch of gold chains hanging from her horns, and she will just brush off this snow clinging to her, and then reach a hand forward towards her opponent and give him a big, fat blast of energy. Do-do-do. Boop. That hits hard. He cannot shield through that. So immediately the Archmage Osmond is blasted by a massive pillar of light that sends him stumbling back, coughing and wheezing as his chest is just burnt black. Szooth, make an Arcana check with advantage.
Let me open up my sheet.
You will need one of them open.
20.
20. You have never seen that spell before. You've never heard of that spell before. This huge star of light just blasted her opponent. It looked like a sea of falling stars all crashing into him at once.
It looks like we have a custom stylish mage on our hands. This is a spell that I've never even heard of.
And her opponent will desperately try to fight back. He is going to throw a fireball, another explosion of magical power.
It's everyone's favorite.
Fireball! Boom! It erupts in Kisara's face. So, she just leans back as the blast erupts over her, and when it clears, you see she is utterly unharmed. The fire did not so much as singe her hair. And so she takes a step forward and conjures up a spear of wicked ice. And lunges again. Her opponent puts up a shield. Ting ting. Steps back, manages to evade these mighty blows. But he is having almost no effect while being wounded himself.
In the FGC, this is what we like to call getting bodied.
Yeah, so he is going to try and Misty step behind her. And bonk. Is a hit. He cracks his opponent upside the head with a sudden blast of force through his staff.
Got him with a poke.
Got him with a poke. And so, his foe shall turn around, and she is going to give him the poke and a poke. And he's down. Two big stabs right in the chest. Ooh, ah! Just barrels Osmond to the ground. This, like, late middle-aged cat folk pins him on both shoulders. You see blood blooming, but it's not a lethal blow. As he is put on the ground, and the faunus stomps a hoof onto his chest and says, "Stay down, Osmond. You challenge me again, and I will not be so gentle. The role of Lord Magister will be mine, not yours, weakling." And then, shing, she will pull up the two ice spears, leaving him with a scream of pain as she will teleport away.
I tell you what, folks, if that wasn't a clear deciding victory match, I don't know what would have been.
Yeah, Cass is gonna run over and drop a healing word. "Oh god, are you okay, dude?"
Don't worry, folks. Our medics are on the scene.
He's just laying there bleeding out, barely conscious, as Cass does everything he can.
Szooth will come over and help with potion while also saying,
I have not seen a man penetrated so hard ever since Cass came along to the party.
Yeah, hey!
Whoa. Ooh.
I am sure that...
Now
Damn!
that-
Damn! I'm gonna go to the baths and wash that off.
Now that would have caught people's fucking funny though.
Yeah, the crowd is laughing like mad. Cass is blushing severely and is just like, nah, too embarrassed, and he runs away.
man, if I can, nah, he needs, yeah, man, he needs to learn to throw the shade back. Commentators banter all the time. Part of the fun.
Brutal. So yeah, you are left with a very badly injured mage. He has like 6 hit points. It slowly sits up. God. That woman. That's unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Me neither. I'm not really a spellcaster, but I know many of the arcane ways. Those were some original spells I saw.
Closer to the mic, please.
So, what will it be, Lord Ursula? Do you think you have a chance of a rematch, or are you putting up the cape for good?
It's a good question. Let's see if... Let's just have a roll here, because that was a humiliating defeat. He did 12 damage while taking all of his hit point bar and then half again.
Do you want the salty run back?
The salty run...
Sorry, Kobold time for rematch.
I hate to say it, but if she's truly that powerful, yeah, I believe when she said if I challenged her again, that would be my last day.
Discretion is the better part of valor, my friend. No one can blame you for trying to back down.
Or point out that in character, Szooth says that, and he means no hard feelings with it. But it
Yeah.
sounds really goaty.
Yeah, Osmond's just gonna sigh and say, ever since Rajid died, I've been vying for his place. It felt like the thing to honor his memory, but if Gisera is truly that much more powerful than I am, then I can offer no contest. Listen here, Avara. I will not be your next Lord Magister. I can't win. He will pull himself slowly to his feet, and some blood will drip down his clothes and pool between his feet. I'm going home.
Let it
Goodbye,
not
little
be said
kobold.
that. Let it not be said that you are not a wise man nor a great magician. Round of applause for our second place, people.
There's a round of applause, and several coins are tossed into Zeus' hat, as Osmond will also port out.
Szooth will collect the bits.
Alright, folks. That's it for today's Shoutcast. This is Szooth Sunwalker signing off with his normally attendant fellow caster, Cassidy. If there's another mage fight to be had, we'll be there.
Alright, Szooth, you get a total of 15 silver pieces. It seems the crowd was not that into the absolute curb stomp.
Oh, hey man, I'll take it.
And Cass gets nothing because he ran away.
Gotta start pulling in more people, like have an actual tournament.
Nah, it was just because it was too much a stump.
It was too much of a stomp, but yeah.
The analytics actually prove that people like it more when it's a close game.
Yeah,
this old wizard girl looked really, really strong up until he went up against your boy Fox at the end. Then it was just a trade being run on him. Everyone was like, "This man could be a Lord Magister." Wait, no, he's just a baby.
Yeah, that in fighting game parlance was like Sonic Fox going up against someone who'd never played the game before. That's the degree of stompage that just happened here.
That's savage.
Yeah, that's savage. To be fair, with Sonic Fox's long hair, he makes anyone look like that.
Yeah. He mercied him.
No.
It was even a mercy at the end.
Oh god, I want to see that on the big stage.
DCL. It's that Snake versus Little Mac.
Oh my god.
That was disrespect.
That was disrespect. We don't talk about that. Alright.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to link it to you all later because there's some mad fucking moves in that shit.
Yeah, Szooth will return, continue his roguish training. We'll do his dig training for the big day.
The big day.
What spell should I take for the... What spell do you think I should take?
Well, you need to blow them the fuck up, but you can't use magic, so...
Yeah, I know, I can't... Well, I mean, after this.
Well, after, that's not a thing.
Now, my spell save DC isn't particularly high, so I don't know about big explosion, but it is still 8d6 damage. Then again, there's like Commune is also really cool thematically, and so is Enrich Earth. Those are both very. Since it doesn't really matter particularly, I guess I can wait to pick a spell. I could also take one of the lower level spells too. They all scale, so. So
Well, I would go with Commune if you're not going damage.
Ooh, dude moon.
Now you're gonna have to buy a lot of shit.
yeah, we need to get some like holy water to use against that white or something. Something to fuck it up.
So yeah, does anyone have anything they'd
it's
like
not-
to do in town while they are doing the downtime?
I would like to live an affluent lifestyle and live it up, and maybe flirt with these maids in the tower, and maybe some other people too.
Well, if you live in an affluent life, you're not living in the tower.
So I could do that though.
You can.
By the way, do we have anything we need to do before we go back into the map?
Buy shit, bring wit, you remember?
Okay. So Szooth will not go in a day early so he can get his splunking on. Take care of that before...
If you guys actually want to, save the mimics, you should probably clear out the basement beforehand, because if we go in and we do the thing in the map, even if we do it all in one day, we will be leaving it real tight for getting
Yeah,
back.
we might
want
want to do
still
that.
out.
That's
I
fair.
wanna, yeah.
I would have come out as well if I had remembered beforehand, but no, I didn't.
So what's the
No,
plan?
you're stuck in Weebland. So we need to clear the basement.
clear the
Me
basement,
too.
and then go into the.
Yes. Oh, get the holy water, like you said. I know somebody can make it. Think you know who?
Nahia can do that, I think.
I
Yeah.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Nahia can make holy water. You can bless holy water.
Duh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
So
people at the temple.
Or people at the
I
temple.
was going to say, like, it just takes a
Oh,
certain
Tarnavak
amount of
still has
silver.
5 holy waters.
Yeah, I have a lot of supplies, guys.
What if we get some like maybe we can get some like anointing oil from the temple to like coat weapon coating, something to something to hurt undead with, but better.
It's possible. First, however, Hashat, make a persuade roll.
How many persuade rolls?
Just one.
Yes.
Nice.
I know something to get to as well before even the
Right.
going through the tower. Oh, fucking children's.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we also have to deal with.
You do have that. I was gonna handle that at the end of downtime.
Oh, okay.
That is a thing. Yeah, Hashat, would you like Catgirl or a Nubian pussy?
I like cat girls.
Alright. One of the Catgirls will be seduced by your massive muscular charms and, yeah, enjoyed knocking her up,
Cheesy
I guess.
one-liner. Don't forget the cheesy one-liners.
Yeah, what cheesy
Don't
one-liner
forget to
wins
grab the
her
bull
over?
by the horn.
Nice. A classic.
Alright. So, another Catgirl is burdened with some equine spawn.
Oopsies.
Look how that's your response.
What's wrong
Oopsie.
with the back door? I'm in your hands.
Hashat does. I like. Look, I'm not that.
The shot
like,
can't
I'm
fit in the
really,
back door.
There's also that. It's also a lot harder. I'm also not.
Catgirls.
I'm also
are,
really not into it.
Catgirls are almost as stretchy as elves.
Almost. Not quite.
Almost.
No. The only ones that are surpassed are goblins.
And they're gross. everyone knows
Yeah,
that.
but that's because you don't actually care if it causes them permanent damage. They're not worth
Wow, that
anything.
got dark. Jesus fucking Christ, what did I walk back into?
God, I had a response, but it's way too racist. Moving on.
You know what? I'm gonna spend my. You know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna spend my advantage, my inspiration.
Okay, so need to get.
17.
Okay, I have
What
to.
are you spending your
Okay, I'm
inspiration
checking
on?
the D&D.
I usually roll.
You just mumbling.
To-
What do you...
Well, I usually roll to actually,
Oh,
fuck
right. The act.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't need to spend your inspiration. You're so
Okay.
massive compared to the Catgirl that, like, I think you just have natural advantage on pounding them into the dirt with athletics.
Okay. I mean, that's alright. I'll take it.
But yeah, is good time.
What do you mean you'll take it? She'll take it.
Yeah, she takes it. Only like a third of it though, because you just battered her cervix like a fucking ram.
You know that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like a bull. Liz.
Okay, Savin,
Yes.
I'm checking the D&D Beyond equipment for prices for gear.
I thought you were going to say for
items
rules
like
on
that.
destroying cervixes. I was concerned
I was
they had a rule for
100%
that.
also convinced it was going to be talking about cervix penetration. I was like, I don't care.
No,
All right, carry on.
no. Let's just check it out, and like, I got to it, and then suddenly something... There's an antimatter rifle in it.
Yes.
That's probably from some stupid
Why?
adventure.
Also, yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and give a guess that's from the Barrier Peaks adventure, which is like some science fantasy shit with aliens.
That's a pretty good guess.
Okay. I was very worried there, like, what the fuck? Why is there a fucking antimatter rifle?
Do something. What do you mean, Chad? What do you know that I do?
Oh god, okay, hold on.
They can
Chat?
see the trigger for all of your secrets. So
What?
They,
Hold on. Let me... Fucking,
God.
I've forgotten.
Oh.
Let me go look.
I'm
What have you
suddenly really
done?
unsure about this whole thing.
Hold on, let me just go look. No, she's seen that one. Chad, are you thinking of this one because she's seen that?
She's in fact thought Ragnarok.
Yeah, this is the second time Hashat's knocked somebody up.
First was the blacksmith. You know, in that town
Yeah.
with our father who's like, fucking adventurers, all they do is waif around and knock people up.
Oops.
Yeah, that's literally his argument, and he literally just proved him right. GG, no re.
Look,
Tugs at collar.
look, he's a salty, cranky old man. I don't give a
Just because he's a cranky old man doesn't mean he's wrong.
Doesn't mean he's 100% right about the fact that you have actually just ding-dong ditched a bitch.
I didn't.
I didn't know sex could make babies.
No, I
He didn't even try protection in the first place on this occasion, so it was like a fucking really high chance in the first place because she's a
'cause
blacksmith
Hashat has-
and you're an adventurer. Your cons are both outrageous.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
at this point, Hashat has guaranteed knock-up rates, and she still didn't put on a condom. That's just inconsiderate.
Those don't exist.
They
You
do.
found one in this tower!
Yeah, the sheepskin.
Yeah.
They're gonna fucking live that.
The sheepskin
Don't even care.
condoms there. The Savin
Fucking
created
fairies. You can't trust them.
It's true.
Hey, as a furry, I take offense to that, but I'm not going to
Well,
debate your
yeah,
topic.
stop fucking
You should be
sheepskins.
offended. And yeah, stop fucking sheep, you fucking Welshman.
I'm not a Walsh.
Also, look,
Being-
I'm not,
We both
I'm
jumped to the...
I'm not playing a good character there, okay?
Not a good girl.
Dude,
Not
she's-
bad girl.
Your alignment is not
Yeah.
chaotic good girl.
No.
Aw, I should play a puppo whose alignment is chaotic.
She's
good
moon
girl.
neutral.
Lawful neutral.
Moon.
Lawful neutral.
So there isn't a new secret that explodes in my
No,
head?
no. Chat just forgot about the previous.
All alignments must be puns. Szooth henceforth is chaotic kobold.
Koboldic good.
I like it.
But yeah, if that's everything.
I would
So you
think
get that
you-
weep
it's
speak
more
out of your
like
fucking Misty Step. Goddamn nerd.
Koboldic
God,
Szooth.
what does that say? Do I even want to know
It
what
means
that
it's no hard feelings, kid.
You put
It's
that
fine,
in
it
Russian.
should- it
you
should be
fucking
in Russian.
sloblander.
Szooth alignment would be chaotic smooth.
It's true.
Chaotic
Zooth is pretty smooth.
He is.
Which is good because that helps him glide between the Green Maiden's walls.
Oh man,
Ah.
I saw it coming.
Well, think positive. At least you can practice your breakdance in there.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it'll be the militia.
Where did I? Here, give me a second.
All right. So yeah, that's everything in town. We can hop to the bee babies, who will indeed
The bee.
hatch.
The babies.
Yeah, well, I mean they're
The
hornets,
hornets?
but yeah, they will indeed
What
hatch.
are they?
They're hornets.
We're getting
They've
to
been
it.
blessed.
Yeah, they're blessed
They've
hornets.
been injected with.
Yeah, we're getting.
Let's-
Yeah,
We're getting to that
unfortunately,
right
just laying on hands did not give them like physical mutations. But it has helped shape their personalities somewhat. They're not, in fact, just rapey assholes by default.
The fox bees came about because the eggs were soaked in actual god. Well, god
Tears.
tears.
In literal, like, divine juices.
Yeah. There's a bit more impact.
Ha ha ha. But these ones have been soaked in blessed juices.
No, they haven't. They have not been coming on the eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a dragon egg.
No.
You don't do that to horned eggs.
No,
You
they-
don't
But
do
it's
that
a
to dragons.
cloaca.
Anyway. So yeah, Hashat, you will get a little pale hornet with
Oh.
white hair and
No,
like
that's
bits of
no,
black
yeah.
chitin. And Hashat, yours are both blonde with brown skin. And they hatch like looking like tiny little adults, like Tinkerbells. And
Oh,
immediately they
wow.
can talk, and they start speaking at you in Arunan. Like, hi, what's my name? Hi.
Oh my gosh, they
Mommy.
can talk already? That's crazy.
Flutter,
Hi.
flutter, flutter.
Hi.
They start
You
trying to
wanna-
fly and just kind of flop all over the ground and
Oh,
pick up bits of shell out of their hair.
Your name is Mari. It is a pleasure to be finally meeting you. I am Nahia, your mother.
Mommy! She will climb up and hug your wrist.
I will gently scoop her up in a hand and bring her up so she can get smooches.
Yay!
what did
I love you!
write down?
No, I love you
Aw.
too, little one.
Right, that was it. I'm gonna name this. Well, one had purple eyes, right? I can't remember. What are their tokens?
Let me look. If you guys want to zip over here, I'll just
Oh yeah, there it is.
make them full-sized here.
Okay. Oh, okay, you already put the name tags on.
Yeah, I
them.
mean, if you want to change the names, this is the
No,
place to
that's
do it.
fine.
Yeah, this is what they'll look like when they're all grown up.
They will also all be
They're so
4
cute.
squares big, my precious big baby.
Yeah, I mean, a shots might.
Oh,
So, yeah.
they're adorable.
Nixie, Melita, and Marie. And they all love you guys very much.
Are they hungry? Because I've got.
Yes.
Okay, I'll eat them.
One of them will say like, "It's really hard breaking out of eggs. I'm starving."
Well then, it is good because I have lots of food for you.
Yeah, we got lots of food. We can feed you.
Yay!
Now let us see here.
I use my senses to detect which one of them is the most justice.
You do not have that sense. You need to detect which one is the most digging, and I'm afraid they all fly.
Oh no, my weakness!
None of these children can dig.
Do they want? I went on my way to buy some honey. Do they want honey or do they want?
They will take
milk?
honey or
Both?
kitty milk or both. Yeah.
Both.
What you should obviously do is put honey on your nibble.
That's a bit. Well, I don't know about.
Kind of kinky, but all right.
It is. I'm thinking. Don't be weird. It's only weird when you make it weird.
I can't. I can't. I mean, I'm kind of thinking about it now.
Well then, don't do that.
It's a bit too late. It's too late. Can't take it. No, you can't take it back now.
This is how you fit. Whatever. I don't think I'm producing milk, am I? Even though I was pregnant.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember if the last group who got ass blasted with horned eggs did.
That was way back.
Yeah, I'm struggling to remember. Merzendi, you have fucking photographic memory.
That was before it was streamed.
Was it?
That
Yes.
far?
Damn.
Shit.
Hey, no, they didn't produce
Alright.
kitty milk
So you are not in
They were
fact
fed.
lactate.
on it.
And then I have for you plenty of honey, and also, because I do not produce any milk, I have instead brought cream, which is quite heavy and looks very tasty.
I'm
Yay!
not sure how you feel about it, but I can be a wet nurse if you want.
Ben, how do you feel? Cream or tit?
Moo.
Alright, tit it is.
She wants it from the source.
Da, if you can happily supply some milk.
I don't think. Have you
No.
ever been around cowgirls? Holy crap!
I mean, I have kind of noticed
There's a
that
re-
you were a large lady before, but now you have skull-sized titties.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
they're-
could feed the whole hive.
They're
You
big.
are an abundance of memory attractions.
Yeah. All right, I can feed. I can wet nurse for you.
God, now I can only think of fucking the Roman song. Nico, it's your cousin. Why don't you take my bowling?
No, God, Diesel's gonna fucking have a fit.
What?
Don't worry about it. So yeah, if everyone's kind of done-ish, we'll probably call it here. Are you guys gonna go back into the map next time, or gonna fuck around on the surface some?
So,
You guys wanted to do a bug fight, right, first?
Merzendi.
For
Yes,
saving
we have to clear.
these shitty mimics.
Yeah, Merzendi brings up responsibility. My heart wants to go back in the map, but we
And
must
you
be
could just
responsible.
euthanize their mimics. Their mimics.
I mean,
Just fucking
oh,
grow
right,
a
that's-
backbone.
All right, that's right. We don't have fucking.
Although we'll make money.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Money?
Main reason
We
was
need
because.
money.
Money.
Okay, that's good enough.
Actually,
I
yeah, they were
remember.
both lasting like a week, so you guys are actually cutting it kind of close. They're like starting to wake up, like getting groggy.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll go back up and
Hey.
put them under.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't cook up some more dope.
Szooth exhausted his supplies on that shit. You guys either have to go out and buy more anesthetic or go into the basement.
Bitch, I can buy more.
I mean, yeah, you can if you want to just solve the problem with money.
I mean,
We can solve the problem with money
that
and then
depends how
also
much
go
it
into the
is.
base.
I suppose we
Yeah,
can go into
so-
the basement afterwards and get paid for it anyway.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
throw in a packet of Benadryl into each mimic.
All right, this
Just
shit's
dump a bottle of
expensive. It's probably
NyQuil
gonna be
in there, that'll
like
put it on.
4 pieces of gold for like a day of anesthetic.
Fucking, I
For
can
both.
just get some dragon bush and make my own. Cheaper. It's always cheaper if you homemade.
I mean, it's true. It is factually correct. It'll still take like a full herbalist kit,
I mean,
but it'll.
Yeah.
How much is an herbalist kit?
Probably not 4 gold.
probably not for gold.
Yeah, I think they're like 10 silver.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, I'm saving like 75%.
this-
It is
5 gold.
Five
so
gold
5
pieces.
silver.
5 silver.
So yeah,
What the fuck?
now
Yeah, it's
it's
5
an
silver.
herbalist kit to make it last
Oh.
for like a week per mimic. So if you want to spend like what is it, 10 like a gold piece,
A
you can keep
gold.
them. You can keep them both down for another week.
Yeah. Fucking herbalist life.
What you
man.
should do is spend a gold and 5 silver so that you also have a new herbalist kit.
Yeah, that is a good point.
So you actually have a kit left anymore.
Hmm.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
that's-
I already have a kit, so I can just buy 2 more.
You
Ah,
exhausted your kit
I thought
earlier.
you spent the entirety of your last
Oh.
one last time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I guess I got a new kit then.
Dude, I'll buy you a fucking I'll buy you a fucking.
I already took
Dang.
off the gold.
How much work is it to find a buyer for these coins?
Make a investigation check or persuade, I
Yeah.
suppose, whichever one.
Probably
Could I
advantage.
lobby for advantage by being a merchanto?
I'll tell you what, you can lobby for advantage by going to a certain poison mander.
No,
and
it is fine then. I will accept the companionship.
What about going to the guy who commissioned the
Ah,
expedition
that's
to
right.
Archaeology
The
Island?
archaeology expedition guy probably has an interest in Valish coin.
he also probably has an interest in talking
Yeah.
to you because you still haven't gone to see him yet.
Yeah, alright. I will go to that dude.
All right, let's handle that next session then.
Okay.
As you are
I'm gonna just
wrapping up
write
here.
it here big. Note to self. Talk to Arca. Guy who likes old stuff. Sell coins. Gets job details.
Some kind of bimbo. But yeah, let's do XP, shall we? Oh, also, yeah,
Yeah.
are you guys gonna go back to the map once you clear out the basement? Just so I know. What to,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Well,
Yeah,
So we don't even have to
map
clear the basement
first.
now. Map first, then basement.
Okay, map
That's
first,
why we
then
bought those
basement.
drugs.
All right. So let's see. Do. So it is June 1st to the 8th. And did you guys explore a new or interesting location for the first time?
Map Castle.
Map Castle, Dryad Island.
In the lake, yeah.
Did you discover a new and interesting truth about the world?
Tazran is the Christ figure of the Kobold faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
I'll do.
That's more of a personal.
Which do you want to count that for?
Let's count it for this one,
Okay.
because we can call in Cass on Companion Story.
It's true. All right.
Okay.
Did you make a new ally or lasting enemy?
Well, I mean, the Emerald Herald.
we haven't done something for her.
The
Seek
Baron,
Baron
because
last.
you even gave him a bunch of free shit.
We did give
And
him
he's like, fuck yeah, you hook us up with more of this stuff, and we'll hook you up with more stuff. And that sounds pretty good to me.
Oh yeah, we gotta buy stuff for the town and
Yeah,
Baron.
need to do a
I
bit of
did.
shopping. You
I
got
did.
that?
Remember?
Dope.
Okay.
Yes, I've been going over the fucking index here, and I'm gonna remove
Cool. So yeah,
fucking
you
finances
guys
for it.
have definitely made a good impression on the Baron and on the Green Maiden.
Hurrah!
Did you advance or complete a quest? You've advanced a map quest.
You guys have actually found a way to resolve map quest, because beforehand it technically wasn't even a quest.
Yeah, or at least you've gotten your first step, which is slaughter the lizards. Did you discover a new page in a companion story? Yes. Cassidy's father was killed before he was born. Which is weird, because he keeps saying that his father is the Duke.
Adopted.
He said he was adopted.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
obviously the Duke is. Just
And
a
yeah,
sugar
his
daddy.
father saved the Duke when that happened, so
Yeah.
obviously took him in for it.
Obviously, his Duke is just the sugar daddy.
I mean, that
I
makes
don't want that
sense.
to be code. It's a very discomforting code.
Anyway.
Hey, it's the medieval ages.
So yeah,
think
you've
that's-
learned about Cassidy's family history, so good job there. So yeah, everyone can take a big fat 5 XP.
Yeah.
I
It's been a while since-
can't.
Me too.
Oh no.
Uh,
Sorry, nah.
No, that's fine.
Now, it takes 5 responsibility EXP.
Yeah, no, it's costing me experience to be responsible. It's cool.
you can have inspiration
No.
though.
I already have it. Who wants inspiration?
Can you bank it?
Sure,
You can give it to somebody else though, who can
No.
take
Take the
onto it for you.
sure, I'll take it.
Alright, enjoy.
But Nahia, you have the most valuable experience of all. The experience of motherhood.
It's true.
But I
She's a
don't
paladin
actually, because
mistress.
the baby didn't hatch until you guys came back.
Oh. Well then. I guess
Nahia
that's
got to sit there and, enjoy that experience, even if it was afterwards. You still got it.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Well, I guess there goes my
guess,
sentiment.
like Ursula's just been away there, like really feeling it on the inside.
Oh,
How much EXP do we really even need to get to level 6?
600.
100.
Okay.
I
18
could-
more.
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
like 3 or 4 sessions, most
I
likely.
mean-
at least if we keep this same rate up.
5.
you guys have been doing like 4s and 5 most of the campaign.
I mean, by the time
yeah,
we got
I think
to
there's
actually
only
got
one we went even as low as 3.
No, there's
Yeah.
been 4 or 5 3s, but yeah, you guys
We're
earn the
busy.
fuck out of XP, unlike those slackers over in Borks.
I know, right? Fuck.
That's just, I'm just hearing the sound of faff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, clearly I need to change the XP rules to slow you fuckers down. No, I don't. This is
No,
fine.
don't you dare.
We
No,
did spend
what you
like
need
a
to
bunch
do-
of sessions where
what
we
you
could
need to
level
do-
up it anyway.
I bite my
Savin,
thumb at
what
you,
you
sir.
need to do is
Uh-huh.
just pull the leveling down to 1 fucking day.
No,
That's it.
no,
That's all we fucking ask. That's
No.
it.
absolutely not.
I don't care.
The calendar needs to actually advance during the campaign so you can do things like have your babies.
Yeah. The reason why everyone gets such low experience in Borks is because they're happy to sit on their asses for like whole months out of the season.
Or take tons of downtime in the winter and,
It's
you
true.
know, actually do actual
Do
lots of
shit.
downtime.
We're
You,
adventurers.
you
We
do
don't take
know
off.
that researching and inventing shit actually takes time,
That sounds lame. It's
and
not
I keep doing
adventuring.
requests.
Yeah, it's not
Oh, I'm
adventuring.
fucking sorry for taking requests. How's that suit of armor looking
That's
for
why
you, huh?
Maressiel did all of her
It's a nice one.
downtime in the fucking Epilogue.
Anyway, thank you guys for playing. Thanks for watching on YouTube and Twitch. I guess this is kind of a light weekend, but we'll see you next time for Stray and stuff. So, yeah. Adios, everybody.